Big matchup, the rivalry game the season has arrived as the Mercedes Tigers and a sold-out crowd will take on the Edcouch Elsa Yellow Jackets. I'm Joe Bowling, Evie Vasquez to my right side as we're on the visitors' side. We've been here since 1 o'clock trying to secure enough cool air in this press box to be able to pull off this broadcast. I think Mother Nature helped us more than anything as the sun went behind the clouds right before we went on the air. Evie Vasquez, it's an audio version broadcast for these fans. We're going to have to describe what we see, but right now, huge crowd on hand for this big matchup.
Right, very big matchup. And again, as we were talking earlier, this is what you expect when you have one of the, in my opinion, maybe top 2, top 3 rivalries in the whole valley. So again, looking forward to it. 2 different styles of football that we'll be seeing here tonight. 2 coaches, one of them who I know personally from back in my high school days, who was my former teacher. So again, we're looking forward to, a Friday night brawl and between 2 teams that obviously don't like each other, 2 teams. So again, it's going to be, if anything, they're fighting for bragging rights and of course for district play honors. So it's going to be a doozy.
The teams both know that sitting around as the Pioneer Diamondbacks in this district, and they'll both be wanting to make sure that they notch a victory here if they have eyes on capturing the district title, because it's going to go through right now on paper through Pioneer. But both of these teams have something to say about that, and in a rivalry game, anything goes. I'll be back with our Hacienda Ford keys to the game, as again, it's a live audio version on a Friday night. You'll be watching the video representation of this ball game sometime afterwards. But again, a big crowd on hand. They sold this place out, and nobody missed a chance to come to this game. The visitor side is totally packed with Mercedes Tiger fans, and on the home side, the Edcouch Elsa Yellow Jackets are here in force as expected, as usual, for this ball game as well. Presentation of the colors coming up, also the school songs. Again, Hacienda Ford keys to the game coming up. Thanks for joining us here on Rio Sports Live.
Thanks for watching Rio Sports Live.
Rio Sports Live, number 1.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the prices? It's a Hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a new Ford Expedition with 20-inch wheels, leather, navigation, and more for $12 grand off MSRP.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My Hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Hi, we're Lady Vikings, and thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
At San Benito Vision Source, the optometry staff works around your busy schedule and take the time to answer your questions and concerns prior to a visit. Dr. Jaime Rodriguez and Dr. Laura Loki offering full vision examinations, diagnostics, and treatment of an array of eye diseases and conditions to keep your eyes healthy. Call the friendly staff today with questions or schedule a consultation. San Benito Vision Source. Back here at Edcouch Elsa as the school songs are being played out. Again, a big crowd on hand. And you can see over there on the home side, those will get to watch this game later on. There's not a seat in this house that you can come by and sit in the stands for either side when this kickoff occurs. Talked about earlier the Hacienda Ford keys to the game. That's a new segment we're going to be unveiling here on Rio Sports during our pregame.
streaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Nice job.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Thanks for watching Real Sports Live.
Needing a treat before or after the big game? Then, when in Harlingen, stop in at the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli and treat yourself to some amazing things. Ice creams, shakes, sundaes, banana splits, and that's just a sample. If you can dream it, they can make it at the Scoop in Harlingen. From the deli comes a variety of sandwiches that is sure to bring you back for more. Hamburgers and hot dogs served every day. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7, Sundays from 12 to 6 on F Street in Harlingen. It's the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli.
Here on the pregame show, and the crowd starting to get amped up as the two teams made their way to the respective sidelines. Already the Tigers have made their appearance. They've already made it to the sideline, Evie. And again, you heard that crowd erupt. Tigers and Edcouch, Elsa, the team that takes control of this and gets their crowd behind them, advantage. It becomes a home game. I don't care who you are.
Right, and again, especially when you play a tough game like this, you know, you want to leave your mark, and you want to leave your mark early. You want to go ahead and take care of the football, which is something that we haven't talked about, but it's going to be evident, you know, in any big game that you go into. Taking care of the football, you know, making sure that you limit your mistakes and making sure that you get your key players to show up in these games.
Yellow Jackets take the field. They head to the far side. Perfect night for football. There's a wind blowing It was blowing across the field. It's now blowing more out of the south end zone, going left to right as we take a look here on our vantage point here on the visitor side at Benny Layton Senior Stadium, home of the Yellow Jackets of Edcouch Elsa. Jackets will be kicking the football off to start this ball game, and that means the Mercedes Tigers offense will take front and center. Josiah Cantu drops back to return the opening kickoff. Jackets have yet to make an appearance on the field, and Evie, I got to do the Edcouch game against Los Fresnos. It's a game, and it was, some fans called that outright. It was an ugly game. For the Jackets, it was a win. Therefore, ugly equals win. Let's play ugly.
Right, and the thing is that, again, speaking from a coach's perspective, I don't think any win is ugly. Your style as far as, getting down and getting dirty and scrapping it out and making sure that you get away with that W might not be the prettiest, or your effort might not be the prettiest on any given day. But again, that W at the end of the day is what you're looking for, and that'll be the prettiest on your schedule when you can make sure that you get that W.
Fans, again, we're on the pregame show. We're going to take it right now and go to the actual game itself. And again, welcome back to our broadcast as we are set to go with the opening kickoff. Edcouch Elsa and Mercedes. No love between the two teams, and the ball is kicked, and away we go. The 2019 version. Kickoff goes into the end zone, and the Mercedes Tigers will not get a chance to return it. They'll bring the offense out on the field. Stops the clock as we are just underway here in this ball game. And the Mercedes Tigers, under the direction, we're expecting Michael Cisneros to run the show. And Cisneros and company getting some last-minute instructions from their coach as they make their way out onto the field. Fans, again, it's audio only on a Friday night. I wish I could bring you video. You could see what we're seeing. Beautiful place to play football and a beautiful night for football. Cisneros lines him up. Twin receivers right side. Twins out to the left side. Single back in the backfield stands to his right side in a shotgun formation. Play clock down to 3. Handoff. Running play left-hand side. Bouncing it outside is Jared De Los Santos. Hit. Knocked down. Didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one.
Credit Jesus Beltran with that tackle there, not allowing him to get much.
Call a loss of 2. Second down, and before the next snap, the whistle's already blowing. Stopping the clock as we're just underway. And we are ready to go for the Mercedes Tigers. 2nd and 12 for Cisneros. Sends a man in motion, low snap, picks it up. Gonna run up the middle, hit, down he goes. Got back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe.
Right, yeah, and I don't know if that was a play designed. I don't know if the low snap had anything to do with it, but again, he had to basically try to convert something on his own, and that might have just cost him the down there.
No gain on the play. 3rd and 12 as we are in the first quarter of play from Edcouch Elsa. Cisneros out of a shotgun formation. Drops back to throw, has protection, steps up in the pocket, delivers underneath. Catch is made out to the 30-yard line, 32-yard line. That's going to be short of first down yardage.
Quick feet there, as he's able to evade one tackler and gain the extra yardage to move him up, but not enough.
G-Ray De Los Santos on the catch. And right now it appears as though the Mercedes Tigers thought they were going to go for it. They're going to keep the punting team in the game. And a 3 and out for the Tigers. Punt is away. Wobbly kick. Takes a roll outside the 45-yard line. Hits a Tiger right there. And Edcouch Elsa, short field to start a drive. They'll have it in the Tigers' side of the midfield stripe. And hey, field position, I didn't talk about that in this ball game, but that's critical when you're a ball control football team like Edcouch Elsa. This is a golden chance to take the advantage.
And the thing is that you're just starting off the game like we talked about, and again, you want to be that first team to strike, so let's see if they can make it happen.
Yellow Jackets up to the line of scrimmage. Michael Rodriguez out of an I formation, hands it off. Running play right-hand side, bouncing it outside is Sean Alvarado. Alvarado stood up, got out to the 40-yard line. Check that. That's a carry by Edward Cordoza. Second down and short coming up for the Edcouch Elsa Yellow Jackets. Call it 2 yards to go on an 8-yard gain. They'll run it left-hand side. This time it's Alvarado. Got a first down out across the 40-yard line. Chains will move. Alvarado on the game. Yellow Jackets, first time they're on the field with the football in their hands. Juan Zavala asking for video. Fans, I wish I could bring you video. It's 50 years they haven't allowed video in the state of Texas on a Friday night. All kinds of movement on the next snap. Blows the play dead. Looks like the Jackets jumped off sides. So a 5-yard penalty against a run-dominating team. Evie could make a difference.
Yeah, and the thing is that, again, if they're going to want to go ahead and set their mark, you know, Edcouch, they know that they have to go to the ground.
Check that's still first down. A quick handoff. Running play left-hand side, nothing doing. Sean Alvarado with a carry. He might have gained a half a yard.
Yeah, here the Tigers not allowing anything here on defense, and again, it's going to be, you know, a critical third down for the second down for the Jackets.
Second down after the penalty. Edcouch Elsa, this is the first time they've had the football. They started the drive inside Mercedes territory. Ball right now at the 44. Quick snap, handoff on a misdirection to the right-hand side with a block across the 35-yard line. Takes on a tackler. Big hit over there.
You know, and one plus for the Jackets here that, you know, early on what they're doing is with this hurry offense that they're just kind of getting on there quickly and getting these Tigers by surprise.
Jose Cardenas on the carry. Brings up third down and call it 6 yards to go for Edcouch Elsa. Here in the first quarter of play. Big crowd here on the hand at Benny Layton Senior Stadium. Double tight end, double wing set, offset I formation. Quick handoff up the middle, penalty flag on the play. They'll take it inside the 30, and that should have been enough for a first down to the 28. Now we'll sort out the penalty.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be against the Tigers on the neutral zone infraction there, but we'll see.
Would have been enough on a carry by Cordoza. And we'll wait for the call here on the official. Jackets saying it's against the Tigers.
We have offsides. 44 defense. That's the time. Resulting in first down.
So that will be an offsides call, and that'll be a 7-yard gain for Edward Cordoza. And the chains will move for Edcouch Elsa as they are able to overcome the offside penalty. And the drive continues. Football now at the 27-yard line of the Tigers or Mercedes. I formation, may have jumped off sides again. This time they blow the play dead.
Yeah, and what's happening here is that the Tigers are trying their best to get the Jackets off sides, and they're the ones that are going off sides. I think it might be against the Tigers here again.
Offside, 75.
Yes, it is. It's against the Tigers again when you had the linebackers, you know, and trying to get in there as fast as they can and trying to make these Jackets jump and working against them.
Brings up a 1st and 5 now for Edcouch Elsa. Ball just outside the 20. Handoff left-hand side, another penalty on this play on a carry by Edward Cordoza.
Yeah, it's going to be after the snap, so we'll see what they call here.
Flags raining in just as the snap occurred. 3 consecutive plays in which the penalty has been involved.
Offside, 75 defense.
That'll be the third straight possession here. Third straight down that the Tigers are off sides, and it's just costing them and is inching the Jackets even closer as they'll be at close to the 15-yard line.
Becomes a red zone possession now for the Edcouch Elsa Yellow Jackets as the ball's down in the 16-yard line of the Mercedes Tigers. First down play for Rodriguez, takes it, hands it off. They'll try to bounce it outside on the right, turning upfield. Gaining yardage is Cardenas, and here comes another penalty flag on the play. That one was thrown in the secondary as the play was occurring. Much different than the last 3. We've had 4 plays in a row in which the penalty flag has been thrown. We'll get the call here from the official.
Holding, number 10 of the offense. That's a spot foul.
Well, that'll be a big penalty against Edcouch Elsa. That'll be a holding call. And that'll move them back outside the 20-yard line. Mark it down at the 22.
23-yard line. And here we go.
Still first down. Under center Rodriguez. Pitches it out left-hand side. There's got Alvarado. Takes it inside the 15. Alvarado down to the 11-yard line. A strong carry for Alvarado on first down.
Yeah, and again, another first down here as they keep on pounding the ball in the ground and just trying to wear out these Tigers.
Sean Alvarado, that's a manageable second down coming up. It's 2nd and 5 for the Edcouch Elsa Yellow Jackets. Just joining us, we're in the first quarter. It's audio only on a Friday Night Live. You'll have a video replay of this game a little bit later on down the stretch. Running play to the right-hand side for the Jackets. That will go nowhere, as that time the Tigers were able to stuff that play. Alvarado on the carry. Might have gained a yard. Ball spotted down at the 9. They gave him a 2-yard gain on that play. Alvarado now in the ball game. 4 carries for 18 yards. And having to deal with some water issues over here, Evie, because of the AC. We're okay. Under centers, Rodriguez might have jumped him off sides again. Does, pitches it out. They wrap him up, but this play's coming back. As once again, the Mercedes Tigers defense appeared to jump off sides.
Offside, number 44, defense. That's a 5-yard penalty. Will result in a first down.
And again, it's going to be against the Tigers here. And again, which will bring the Jackets even closer, and that'll bring them inside the 5, looks like.
It will. They'll mark it down inside the 4-yard line, and 1st and goal coming up for Edcouch Elsa. And this is an impressive drive for the Jackets. It's taking time off the clock with 5 minutes and some change left. Quick snap. Running play left-hand side, staying on his feet, driving forward, end zone, touchdown, Jackets.
Right, yeah, as it was a quarterback keeper there, and he followed his 9 right into the end zone. Easy march into the end zone for the Jackets.
Looked like Alvarado was going to lose his balance. That was Sean Alvarado. He takes it in for the score. Edcouch Elsa goes on top here in this one. Extra point. Kick is away and good. Edcouch Elsa on top here. Kickoff coming up.
The Lady Tigers, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
Back here at Edcouch Elsa on a Friday night. Everyone asking where the video is. I keep telling fans all week long that these Friday night games, there's nothing we can do about this. It's live audio. Going back to the radio days, I went 30 years of doing nothing but radio. Video is kind of fun on Thursdays and Saturdays, but nothing doing on a Friday night, my friends. No way, no how. For over 50 years, Texas rules have said no video on a Friday night. Kickoff by the Jackets. They lead 7-0, and they'll kick this one in the end zone. And the Mercedes Tigers will take over. Edcouch Elsa did what they needed to do there, Evie.
Yeah, and the thing is that, again, they made their possession count, and whenever they have the ball, you know, they were able to to stay focused, and they allowed the Tigers to make the mistakes early on, and that cost them. So again, just as much credit as I'll give the Jackets offense, you have to, discredit as the mistakes that the Tigers did on, for their sake. So again, the Tigers will have to get on the board as well if they want to stay in this game.
First down play, second time the offense is on the football field for the Mercedes Tigers. They'll hand it off, running play right side, Josiah Cantu hit in the backfield, down he goes, lost 6.
Right, again, and the thing is that, the Jackets know that they're on top right now, so they're going to have to bring it on defense as well. As you know, the Tigers are an offensive passing team, so they're going to have to stay on top of these receivers.
Fans, I will give you some light at the end of the tunnel, if you will. At halftime, I'll be able to play replays. You'll see the highlights of the game as far as the first half scoring, and then a total replay of the ball game after it's over. Passing play, Cisneros, a deep drop underneath, and a tackle made, a penalty flag on the play as well. So we'll sort that out. It was a short gain on a completed pass to Jared De Los Santos.
Ryan Whalen, the cornerback, with that tackle.
That'll be a hold. That'll be a hold against the Jackets. That'll be declined. It was against the Tigers. Declined by the Yellow Jackets. And so the Mercedes Tigers facing third down and every bit of 17 yards to go, and a timeout on the field. 7-0 Edcouch Elsa. We'll take a break. This is Real Sports Live.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind.
Back here, and the Mercedes Tigers facing third and long. Drop back for Cisneros, wants to throw. In the flats, completed pass, 25-30. Out across the 35-yard line, still short of first down yardage. Nice pitch and catches. Jared De Los Santos on the catch.
Yeah, Jared there, with some space, as they were able to run a lateral, and he's able to pick up some yards too. And it'll be fourth down here. Big decision.
Another punt coming up now by the Mercedes Tigers. Second time the offense has been on the field, and the second time Edcouch Elsa's defense has been able to get the job done and get him back off. Punting time, punter stands at his 20-yard line. Terrible snap, over his head, inside the 10, inside the 5, back to the end zone. Picked up, punter runs it out across the 5, to the 10, to the 15, sideline to the 20, 25, penalty flag on the play, up entered at the 30, and now we'll sort out the penalty.
And again, the Tigers, just still trying to find their rhythm and trying to stay, focused, and costing them.
And then another penalty's thrown after the play on the sideline. That punt sailed extreme levels over the punter's head. Heads up job just to get back to it. He had to pick it up in his end zone. And after that, had to bring it out. Otherwise, that would have been a safety. And then on the return, as he brought it back out, he got across the 25-yard line, and then a penalty flag was thrown. Injury on the play. We'll take a quick break, and we'll sort out the penalty flag and find out where the Jackets get the football or if Mercedes is punting again. This is Real Sports Live from Edcouch Elsa on a Friday night.
Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
We are the Patriots. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-up, 3-down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-up, 3-down fishing tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way. Back here on Rio Sports Live as we're still sorting out the play here. There's a injured player on the sideline in front of the Mercedes bench. And they're attending to that player who is down. Hope he's going to be okay. Early on, we talked about the broadcast here tonight. It's UIL rules won't allow video. Fans get spoiled, Evie, on those Thursday and Saturday games. Reminding you, tomorrow night we'll be on the road broadcasting from Abilene as the Hannah Eagles will be taking on Tascosa. That's at Abilene Christian University. It's a long drive, but hey, what the heck. I'll make the trip out there, going solo flight. My wife is in Houston attending to some stuff with DeMarcus, getting him a job, yay. And so I get to take the long trip, and fans will get to watch that one live video. I've already had fans asking me, what about San Benito? What about Los Fresnos? What about Harlingen South? All on the road in games tonight and tomorrow. San Benito fans, we were set to lock in and do that game, but your coach said, I don't want video and I don't want the game broadcast this week. And so, therefore, we were had to adhere to the wishes of coaches in some cases. And on the other venue, Billy Watson was prepared to go to the venue that the Los Fresnos game was at tonight and double up and hit the Harlingen South game tomorrow. All week we were in contact or trying to communicate back and forth. We had the assistance of Los Fresnos High School trying to get us placement within that press box. We didn't get any confirmation, no cooperation back until after 4:50 last night. And by that time, buses had already taken off. We couldn't get equipment to Billy. And so it's going to be a one game on a Saturday for you fans of high school football. It'll be the Hannah Eagles taking on Tascosa, and it should be a good matchup here. They're taking some extra precautions with the player on the sidelines. We don't get into discussing injuries, but I will discuss what's happened in this football game thus far. Jackets kicked off to start the game. Mercedes Tigers were held to 3-and-out, punted. On the punt exchange, the ball ended up on the Tigers side of the midfield stripe. And the Jackets promptly marched it 48 yards straight down the line, scored, lead 7-0, and now recently another punt exchange coming up for the Tigers. However, the snap went over the punter's head. And on the play, the punter brought it out of the end zone, brought it all the way out to the 25-yard line. Then penalties came raining in all over the field. And here comes the call on those penalties.
Some penalty flags. We're going to find out what
Rudy Zamarip on the camera, and when you watch the video, hang in there with him. He's a new camera operator, and he is just outright all over the place trying to find out who to zoom in on during this pause in the action. First quarter action from Edcouch Elsa. Officials outstanding at the 30-yard line. Everyone's facing back towards the end zone of the Tigers. Ball spotted at the 30. If the play stands there, that's where Edcouch Elsa will take over at the Tiger 30. But again, we'll get the indication from the official. Good sportsmanship by both sets of crowd or fans for the injured player who's assisted off the field. Jackets offense heads out on the football field. Getting no indication by the officials on the penalty yet. They were holding off as well on the injured player. 16 yards of offense for the Tigers thus far in this ball game.
We have a foul by the kicking team. We have a personal foul, blindside block, number 44 on the kicking team. That's going to be declined. Unsportsmanlike conduct on number 13 on the kicking team. That'll be enforced after the turnover. First down, Edcouch.
There you go. 2 plays, penalties called against the Tigers. One was as a play was occurring. Jackets declined that. The other one was post. And therefore, they marked the ball down at the 15-yard line of the Mercedes Tigers. Edcouch Elsa with a golden field position here to start this drive. Pitch back left-hand side, turning the corner. Penalty flag on the play. Another carry for Edward Cordoza. And now we'll sort out this penalty. Evie loves the numbers on the Edcouch Elsa Yellow Jackets. I'm telling you, my friends, they're gold, and they're say it. They're blurry from our vantage point as far away as we are here. Another conversation we've had, dare say, every other play minimum a penalty flag on this game so far.
Yeah, again, and then you start to wonder, who is it going to take effect on first, when you have a game like this where, you have to be taking care of the ball and you have to, make sure that you stay focused and then you have injuries and so on. So, again, this game has taken a while to actually, get underway and really start getting a flow of it. But, again, Edcouch, again, with inside the 30, so we'll see what they can make happen.
Penalty was called against the Edcouch Elsa Yellow Jackets. Holding call makes it 1st and 20. Still good field position to start a drive from the 25. They got him to jump off sides again. Handoff up the middle. That'll go for a couple.
Yeah,
Michael Rodriguez has done a masterful job of keeping this Tigers off balance on the defensive end.
He really has, and again, that's going to go ahead and be another flag, and again, we have another jump. And again, these penalties really costing the Tigers, as that'll be exactly at the 20 where the Jackets will have the ball now.
Ball down at the 20-yard line for Edcouch Elsa. Still first down, and call it 1st and 15. And again, the dominating part of this game has been the penalties. They're coming in on a regular basis nearly every play. Handoff up the middle, short yards gained by Sean Alvarado, got inside the 20.
Yeah, he was able to pick up maybe about 2, maybe 3 yards, as again, the hole was there. The gap was there for him to run, but again, this Mercedes sent 3 defensive players, and we're able to stop him short.
3 yards is okay if it's 1st and 10, but on 1st and 15, 3 yards still brings up 2nd and long. It's every bit of 13 yards to go in this first quarter of play, which has been thus far controlled by Edcouch Elsa. Double tight end, double wing set, single back straight behind the quarterback Rodriguez. Long count, hands it off. They'll run it right-hand side. Tigers are there. Football comes loose, and it's a scramble for the football. It's still loose. Who got it back? It looked like the Jackets got it.
Yeah, Mercedes is saying that they've got it. We'll see after they break up this pile and see who came up with it.
There's a penalty as they unscramble. Jackets did recover the ball as Jessy Contreras comes out of there with it. But another penalty thrown, and this is going to be an unsportsmanlike of some sort, as they were trying to scramble for the football underneath the pile. Problem is, you can get away with some stuff when there's a lot of guys on top of you. As they start peeling guys off, that pile becomes less dense, and an official can see what's going on underneath there.
And again, you don't really want to get into a penalty match if you're the Jackets right now, because of the fact that it's been going your way. So if you're the Jackets, you just allow the game to continue.
By Edcouch Elsa. After the play, we have a dead ball. Personal foul. Number 78 on the
Tiger fans able to make some noise on that as we got the official word. The fumble was recovered by the Jackets at the 15-yard line of the Tigers. However, after the play, there was a unsportsmanlike call against Edcouch Elsa. That'll be a 15-yard penalty. Bring it back out to the 29-yard line. And so it's 2nd down and 23 yards to go for Edcouch Elsa. from the 29-yard line of the Tigers. Double tight end, double wing set again for Rodriguez. On third down, they start the clock, start the play clock, and away we go. Handoff, running play right-hand side with some room across the 25-yard line down to the 22. Short carry that time for Mark Barco. Third down and 15 coming up for the Yellow Jackets of Edcouch Elsa. And if nothing else, time of possession advantage Edcouch Elsa here in this first quarter as they lead. Field goal attempt coming up from the 29. This is a 39-yard attempt from the right hash mark. Ball down, kick up, long, high, and good.
And again, the Jackets are able to score on their second time that they get the football. So again, that's 2 possessions that they have and 2 times that they score with 1:43 remaining here in the first quarter.
They'll kick off for a third time as our coverage continues from Edcouch Elsa, the Jackets and the Tigers on Real Sports Live.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Sherryland ISD.
Back here on Rio Sports, want to thank you again for joining in of our broadcast as we're at Edcouch Elsa on a Friday night. Yellow Jackets up 10-0, trying to end the winning streak right now of the Tigers in this series. They've dominated over the last couple of years. It was a close contest last year, but the Tigers came out on top. That game was over at Mercedes. Kickoff for the Jackets for a third time in the game. Everything else has been in the end zone. Expecting this one, they don't even look up as the ball sails over the back of the end zone. And the Tiger offense will come back on the field. And Michael Cisneros, in company of nothing else, Evie, this drive needs to get a couple of first downs.
Right, at least, they have to go ahead and see if they can get a flow of the game and a feel of the game for themselves and see if they can make something happen. Again, Edcouch has gotten the football twice and they've scored. So if you're the Tigers, this is not just crunch time. You need to make something happen, get some type of momentum going so you can go ahead and see if you can get a meaning or a feel for this football game.
First down for the Tigers. Michael Cisneros out of a shotgun, sends a man in motion, empties the backfield, overloads with 4 receivers right side, swings a pass, setting up a screen. Now they'll throw it back across the field. It's caught, and there's some room to run. Cross the 30, 35-yard line to the 40, makes a move at the 45, on his feet to the midfield stripe. Big play. Michael Cisneros on the catch, and yards after the catch.
And Michael Cisneros is not just the quarterback for this team, but again, he's very good on his feet. So again, them doing that trick play and throwing that lateral back to him, allowed him to move the field. And again, this is exactly what they need. This is the type of play that they need to get their fans, to get their teammates, and everyone involved.
25 yards on the reception. Now the next play goes nowhere. They tried to run it left side with Michael Jimenez, and there were Jackets all over him.
Yeah, Michael Jimenez, again on first down, trying to make something happen as the clock is winding down with 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. And it'll be second down as he lost a couple yards.
Running game non-existent. The Tigers a negative 11 yards here in the first quarter. That big play, though, at least move the ball up the field. There's a lot of movement now. They'll look to throw. Get rid of it over the middle. That's caught in Jacket territory. Short yardage, but a nice catch coming back for the ball.
Yeah, Rey Hernandez, the linebacker, hurrying Cisneros and getting that tackle right before he let it go.
Joseph Rocha on the catch. There's a penalty on the play. It's going to be against the Jackets. By the time they mark this ball down, it'll be inside the Yellow Jacket 40. All the way down to the 34-yard line. So the yards on the catch by Rocha on the completed pass by Cisneros, who's 4 of 4 in the game. Hands ball off this time. Now run it left-hand side of the jet sweep. This is Joseph Rocha inside the 30. Banged off his feet at the 26-yard line, and suddenly the Tigers offense is producing.
Yes, this is the 4th play, in this series, and again, they've covered some serious yards.
Rocha, by the time he got out of bounds, got 7. He was hit hard. There's some hard hitting going on as expected in this series. That takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. Yellow Jackets have all the points on the scoreboard. Tigers on the move when we come back for the second quarter.
Rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Hi, we're Mission Veterans, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Start of the second quarter here at Edcouch, Elsa. The Jackets on top, 10-0. The Mercedes Tigers, though, moving the football at the Jacket 27 from the left hash mark. Michael Cisneros and company producing here on their 3rd drive of the ball game before the first snap of the second quarter. Official timeout. First quarter was plagued by penalty flags either side of the football field. Tigers and Jackets trying to get settled in here. Man in motion right to left. That's Josiah Cantu, and why not? False start, penalty to start the second quarter.
Yeah, and again, it'll be against the Tigers as it'll cost them some more yards.
Tigers with the 51 yards of offense, all of that coming on this drive thus far in this game. Jackets have just 51 yards of offense. It's been penalties that have moved the ball up and down the field more so than the big plays. That penalty brings it back outside the 30. Ball spotted at the 32. Second down, 8 yards, make it 7. They empty the backfield again. Cisneros wants to throw, looking for a deep ball down the right-hand side, and he's got him in! Caught, touchdown, Tigers, Josiah Rocha.
Yeah, he had Josiah Rocha, wide open. He knew exactly who he wanted to go to, and he found him in the end zone. As he was falling, he almost wasn't able to come up with it, but again, great hands, great concentration.
32 yards on the touchdown, and that gets the Tiger fans in the game. A beautifully thrown ball. Only one guy had a real chance to catch that. That was Rocha. A leaping play, catching it, momentum carried in the end zone. 6 points on the board for the Tigers, extra point coming up. Again, watching at halftime with us, fans, I'll be able to show the replays, the highlights of the first half. That'll be amongst them. Extra point. Good. We got a ball game. 11:53 left here in the first half. Jackets get the football after this. At San Benito Vision Source, the optometry staff works around your busy schedule and take the time to answer your questions and concerns prior to a visit. Dr. Jaime Rodriguez and Dr. Laura Loki offering full vision examinations, diagnostics, and treatment of an array of eye diseases and conditions to keep your eyes healthy. Call the friendly staff today with questions or schedule a consultation. San Benito Vision Source. Coming back here at Edcouch, Elsa, Yellow Jackets defense made this way to the sideline. They have been doing a tremendous job of holding this Tiger team in check. And then over the top, Michael Cisneros connecting to Joseph Rocha. Cisneros is now 5 of 5 for 62 yards in the passing game. The Tigers as a team are 6 of 6 for 87 yards. That's all the offense for the Tigers. And realistically, it all came in one drive that kind of changed the tone of this game, if nothing else. Evie, this was all Edcouch Elsa.
Right, and that's the thing, the Tigers making it look easy and letting the Jackets know, hey, we can go ahead and strike quick and we can strike fast and just going to the air and just like you talked about, some keys to the game, they are going to look to throw the football.
Short kickoff, or returnable by the Jackets inside their 20. They'll bring it out across to the left-hand side of the 25, out across to the 28-yard line. Good strong tackling that time by the Tigers on the return for Edcouch Elsa. Augustine Flores that time with his hands on the ball. And here comes the Jacket offense. For the first time, they'll start a drive on their side of the 50, as they'll start it at their own 28. Michael Rodriguez and company. 2 possessions, 2 scores, a touchdown to start the game, a field goal on their second possession. And we'll take a look if their offensive line can establish domination here on a long drive. Handoff off the middle across the 31-yard line. That's a 3-yard gain on first down, a carry by Jose Cardenas.
Brandon Adame coming up with the tackle there as he was able to stop an open gap.
It's Coach Adame's younger son on the Tiger side. From the left hash mark, the Jackets will face second down, and that was a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. 4 yards with this offense is all they need. 4 times 3 is 12. That's a first down. They'll take it every time. On the option, running play right side, out across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It's a turf field, but in old school descriptions, 4 yards in a cloud of dust. As Edward Cordoza moves it within 2 yards of a first down and another 4-yard gain. Ball at the 38-yard line of Edcouch Elsa. Big crowd is here waiting anxiously for each team to produce on a big play. Receiver in the game this time. Offset eye behind the quarterback. They draw him off sides. Running play to the right side. Tigers able to shut it down, but there's a reason for that, Evie. They jumped again.
Yeah, it looks like Jesus Inegues, was able to go ahead and jump that neutral zone again, and it might be against the Tigers once more.
Rodriguez continues to draw the Tigers off sides. And when you're trying to key on the run and you're backpedaling on those snaps, advantage offense.
Yeah, it is against Jimenez. Inegues, I mean.
So that'll be a first down for Edcouch Elsa. And this is where I was talking about. They can take a drive that starts on their own end of the field for once, but they can use that to their advantage, they being Edcouch Elsa. As the ball is out across the 42, a long sustained drive will take time off the clock, and it'll wear this defense down. Running play left side to the outside, across the 45 to the 49-yard line. Another carry for Edward Cordoza. He gains 7. Cordoza now on 4 carries, that's 26 yards.
Ramiro Ortiz, the defensive back, coming up with that tackle.
Football at the 49 of Edcouch Elsa. Most of the first half was played on the Tiger side of the 50-yard line. Edcouch Elsa trying to respond to Mercedes in the Tigers' first touchdown of the ball game. They're up 10-7. They'll run it to right side. Here's some room for Cordoza. Takes it into Tiger territory. Down to the 41-yard line. 9 yards. First down. Chains move again. And this Jacket offensive line is doing the job right now. Ball spotted at the 42-yard line of the Tigers. They look more in sync than what they did against Los Fresnos a couple of weeks ago, and the first time I got to see this new spread for the Jackets and the way they run this offense. High formation again, handoff up the middle and up into the 40-yard line. First down carry. Sean Alvarado, his 7th carry, short gain, 2nd and long, and this is where the Tigers want the Jackets. They want 2nd and long, 3rd and long, and then force a team that wants to run to maybe throw the football.
And I think, again, one adjustments that you can already literally tell what the Tigers are doing, they're trying to give a little bit more pressure on that defensive line to stop the run.
Rodriguez under center, quick snap, hands the ball off. They'll run it left-hand side. Good hitting that time by the Tigers, and that play goes for nothing.
Once again, showing their toughness.
Big hit that time for the Mercedes Tigers.
Yeah, and that'll be Brandon Adame again coming up with that big hit.
No gain on the play. And now here's where the Jackets have to dig deep into their playbook. It's 3rd and long, every bit of 8 yards to go. Got to take it inside the 32 to get a first down. They're at the 40 of the Tigers. Clock running with 8:20 and counting in this first half of play. Quick snap, Rodriguez. Pitch back, Cordoza. Right side, turns a corner, takes it inside the 35, ridden out of bounds. About 1.5 yards short of first down yardage. And now decision time for Edcouch Elsa.
Number 4, comes close to the first down marker.
Shy of about 1.5 yards. Jackets on the ground tonight. 17 carries. 17 carries for 85 yards, averaging 5 yards a carry. And a 4th and 2. They keep the offense on the field. Tiger fans making some noise. Rodriguez has got him to jump a bunch. Tries to do so again. Before the flags come raining in, there's a false start against Edcouch Elsa.
Again, one of the minimal mistakes that the Jackets have done, and that'll bring them back. 7:34 remaining here in the second quarter.
It was 4th and short. They were going to go for it. The Jackets now will face 4th and 7. Right now, leaving the offense on the field. Critical play coming up. Matthew Maldonado was a wide receiver, checks in the game for the Yellow Jackets. Quick handoff, they'll go for it. Looking on a play action to throw the ball downfield, left-hand side, incomplete. No penalty, turnover on downs. Tigers take over.
Yeah, the Jackets desperately asking for a flag there, but nothing doing.
Rodriguez on a play action, looking in the direction of Jessy Contreras. And first down for the Tigers of Mercedes. And the offense will step on the football field, trailing by 3. Starting a drive at their own 38-yard line. And here's Michael Cisneros, who found something in the passing game on the last drive. Lines up here, spreads the field, twin receivers wide side to the right. Another receiver out to the left side, single back in the backfield for Cisneros on first down. Runs an option on a read, handed off, running play right-hand side, that's Jared De Los Santos. Got to the 40, gained 2, nothing more. And then a penalty comes in at the end of the play. After the play was over, another penalty flag, and that's going to be most likely an unsportsmanlike one way or the other. We've had our share of those already. It's a heated rivalry, Evie. Officials will talk it over. We'll mic the guy up to hear the call.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 53, defense.
That's a 15-yarder against Edcouch Elsa. And so the Mercedes Tigers, the drive continues now at the 45-yard line of Edcouch Elsa.
You know, and again, we're having the Jackets do what the Tigers did early on and shooting themselves in the foot by getting these penalties.
Cisneros is ready, takes a snap, drops back to throw. A deep drop, here comes pressure, gets rid of it underneath. It's a catch made. Spinning away, now yards after the catch, leaping over man, 35, football comes loose out of bounds. Highlight reel that time, Jared De Los Santos on the catch.
You know, he evades one and literally jumps the second tackler, but was able to get clipped, you know, at his highest point, so came down on his back as the ball came loose.
First down for the Tigers. For Cisneros, and he's been red hot in this ball game, completing every pass he's thrown. Swings a pass left side, another completion. This time it's Joseph Rocha. Wrapped up, taken down, might have got a yard on the play. For Rocha, that's his 3rd catch of the night. Second down and 11. There's a loss on the play. Cisneros now 7 of 7 in the game. Remember, he caught a pass by Michael Jimenez for 25 yards in the passing game, producing 100 yards in the first half so far for the Tigers. And they'll look to throw again over the middle. That's a catch at the 30-yard line, trying to get across the field. Football comes loose. It's going to be recovered by the Tigers, and that's hard hitting again by the Jackets.
Yeah, as number 57 for the Tigers was able to land on the ball and recover it.
Brings up third down. 9 yards to go. Check that, 6 yards to go. Gave a better spot on the progress on that one. Cisneros, third down. Long count, sends a man in motion. He's going to run it right-hand side with some room. First down for the Tigers. Out across the 20, out inside, right in the 20-yard line. Nice run by Jared De Los Santos. The chains will move for the Tigers.
And again, this is exactly what they need right before they go into halftime, which is probably the last possession they'll get. And again, they're getting that momentum going now, as I talked about earlier. You know, now they're starting to get a rhythm and get a feel for the game. And again, they're making the Jackets pay here.
First down from the 20-yard line of Edcouch Elsa from the right hash mark. Empty backfield for Michael Cisneros. Sends a man in motion right to left. That's Rocha. Cisneros going to keep it. Runs it upfield. Got to the 17. Stretches forward. Football comes loose. Picked up by a lineman inside the 5 for the Tigers. First and goal coming up.
Big play here as he is inside the 5.
Let's see where the official will allow them to. I think they're going to bring that back.
That was Zeke Gutierrez who recovered that loose ball and was able to take it an extra 10 yards.
It will be first and goal for the Tigers of Mercedes.
I'm telling you, Joe, if they can score here, that's going to be big.
Tigers a first and goal opportunity at the 4-yard line. A recovered fumble by a lineman sets this up. Cisneros stays in a shotgun, or check that new quarterback in the ball game. We'll get the name for you. Hands the ball off, running play right-hand side, hesitating. Touchdown, Jared De Los Santos.
Again, and another quarterback keeper. You know, and he's able to, you know, find that gap and just trout into the end zone.
De Los Santos took the handoff, took it to the house for 4 yards. And the Mercedes Tigers take their first lead of the game at 13-10. Horacio Pequino was the quarterback on that play. Waiting for the extra point here. And before that, we get a timeout. 13-10 your score. Back with more after this. Everyone's a winner at Cono Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. How about this 2015 Chevy Silverado 1500, a regular cab, custom wheels, bedliner, 21,000 miles, power everything, $25,900. Or how about this 2015 BMW 328i, fully loaded with an X-Drive, navigation, sunroof, leather interior, $18,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Cono Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas. Back here as the Yellow Jackets and Mercedes Tigers are back and forth in this one. Tigers have their first lead. They're looking for the extra point. Had to burn a timeout before they execute here. Leading 13-10. Still 4:04 left here in the first half of play. Good snap, ball down, kick up, long high, and good. Mercedes up 14-10. Yellow Jackets get the football. Trailing for a first time in this game after this. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-up, 3-down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-up, 3-down fishing tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way. Back here on Rio Sports Live as the Mercedes Tigers have responded. It was a 10-0 game. Edcouch Elsa on top. Looked like the Jackets had all the momentum in the world. And then the Tigers offense in the blink of an eye woke up. 2 scores later, lead. 4:04 left and they'll kick off. Short kick, returnable by the Jackets. They'll field it inside their 10. middle of the field, back across the 10 to the 15-yard line to the 20, straight ahead to the 25-yard line, and that's where Edcouch Elsa will take over. And a lot of time left in the first half, Evie, but Jackets offense needs to produce. Down now for the first time in the game.
Right, and that's the thing, this game, it's been back and forth as far as the team scoring and making their possessions count. One big factor for both teams has been the penalties that have gone against them. Early on you had the Tigers with bunches of penalties, and then the second quarter you have the Jackets, and it's cost each team.
Michael Cisneros, we'll check that for the Jackets. Handoff, running play, right-hand side, out across the 30-yard line, a strong 4 yards on a carry. Michael Rodriguez that time on the carry. Rodriguez carries for 5. 2nd and 5 coming up for Edcouch Elsa. Yellow Jackets with 91 yards on the ground. 42 yards for Edward Cordoza leading the way. Leading ball carrier. They've attempted one pass, missed on that. Facing 2nd and 5. Under center Rodriguez. Quick snap handoff off right tackle and nothing doing. Big number 75 right that time for the Tigers. Makes the stop like a wall. Second down from the 31-yard line of Edcouch Elsa. Make it 3rd down. 5 yards to go. Under center is Rodriguez. Turns on a play action, throws it over the middle, up for grabs, incomplete.
Yeah, and that's almost picked off by the cornerbacks of the Tigers.
Incomplete pass, stops the clock. 2:38 left here in the first half of play. And 4th down punting situation for the Edcouch Elsa Yellow Jackets. And suddenly the Tigers are going to get their hands on the football one more time in the half. High snap, punter gets to it, nearly blocked. Gets the kick away, it's returnable. Across the 40, 45-yard line and out of bounds at the Tiger 47. And they'll take over there, 1st and 10.
And number 1, the ball carrier was to the left-hand side.
Mercedes Tigers in the ball game.
At the 47-yard line.
Have 2 timeouts remaining. And some final instructions for Michael Cisneros and company from Coach Roger Adame on the sideline for the Tigers. You love the atmosphere of this place. Both sets of crowds came in big numbers, and they are equally loud, waiting for something big to happen. Tigers on 1st down, Cisneros. This could be a big drive of this ball game. Tigers already up by 4. Empty backfield, Cisneros. Drops back to throw. Pressure comes up the middle, gets rid of it, hit as he throws over the middle. Caught at the 35, hanging on Josiah Cantu.
Yeah, Cantu, picking up big 20 yards here with that catch.
First completion to Cantu, and Cisneros again has been letter perfect in the passing game. 9 of 9 for 99. 1st down play for the Tigers. On an option, Cisneros keeps it, takes on a tackler, drives forward, gains a yard.
Number 28 on the tackle. Christian Sanchez brings up 2nd and 9 for the Tigers.
That's Pequeno at quarterback. Looks to throw over the right side, incomplete.
Pass incomplete.
Tiger fans want a penalty on that play.
That's number 25, Ryan Whalen, brings up 3rd and 9.
Should bring up 3rd down for the Tigers. Wind more or less at the back of the Tigers here in the first half, by the way. And we'll see what they do here. Horacio Pequeno, the quarterback, gets the play from the sideline. Play clock down to 8. as he tries to set the offense down. It's down to 5. They'll have to burn a timeout. That's the second of the half for the Mercedes Tigers. And they'll resume the drive after this.
Hi, I'm Coach Nava with Westaco East High School. Thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Thanks again for joining us here at Rio Sports Live on a Friday night from Benny Layton Senior Stadium in Edcouch, Elsa. Jackets and the Tigers engaged in an annual battle. Right now the Tigers on top and facing 3rd and 9, up 14-10, minute 42 left here in the first half. Empty backfield for Horacio Paquino. Drops back to throw, here comes pressure, gets rid of it, right side. Catch is made, quick tackle.
That's Alex Rincon, coming up with the catch. He had 2 available receivers, he had Cantu going long, and then he had Rincon, coming up with just about 10 yards deep into the field. And he went to Rincon with the minute 36 remaining.
3rd and 4 coming up for the Tigers of Mercedes. Check that 4th down and 4. They may burn another timeout. They're already looking at the sideline. Looks like the Tigers will use their final timeout of the first half. They will. Reminding you, this game brought to you in part by one of our title sponsors, Hacienda Ford. If you're in the market for a new car or a used car, or assistance with your car on the service line, Hacienda Ford in Edinburgh, Texas, proud sponsor and proud to be part of the supporting the communities involved, such as Edcouch, Elsa, and Mercedes tonight, and our other broadcasts that are going on. Tara Gully's up in Mission tonight for a big one between the Mission Eagles and McAllen Memorial, the Mustangs. Big matchup there. Additional broadcast throughout the Valley. Mission Veterans is in Brownsville tonight taking on Porter. I'm not sure what Rudy's doing on the camera, but we'll come back to that and figure it out during halftime. Minute 36 to go after the timeout. Tigers appear to be keeping the offense on the field, needing 4 yards on 4th down. Single back in the backfield to the right side. Paquino hands it off. It's a reverse. Now a double reverse with some room. Down the right sideline. 20, 15, 10, inside the 10. First down, converting on a long Josiah Cantu.
Yeah, again, picking up some huge yards, and again, plenty of time to still work these downs and see what they can get done. They got a minute 27 to go, and they got a fresh set of downs.
Went with the double reverse. Cantu on the final carry. 1st and goal for the Mercedes Tigers from the 5. Paquino takes it on a read, hands it off. Running play left-hand side. Tigers in the end zone. Touchdown! Diving in, De Los Santos.
Again, because of the fact that they were so deep in the red zone, the Jackets had to go man-to-man here in this defense, and that allowed the Tigers to get that extra gap and literally walk into the end zone for those extra 5 yards.
De Los Santos airborne for the final 2 yards, as he just spotted a player and was like, I'm just going to go over you. And we've seen that before in this ball game. Extra point coming up for the Mercedes Tigers, and just like that, they're up by 10. Trying to shuffle the right players in for the extra point. Play clock down to 6. They better hurry. They'll get set with 3, get the spot on. Kick is away and good. Tigers, 21 unanswered points. Minute left here in the half. Jackets get the ball after this.
Thank you for watching Rio Sports Live. Go!
The kids are headed back to school. It's time to get internet from VTX1. VTX1 Companies offers fast and reliable internet throughout the Rio Grande Valley, even to some of the most remote areas. For a limited time only, get your standard installation at no cost to you. Start the school year off with a service provider you can trust by calling 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Hi, we're the Lady Wild.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Back here at Edcouch Elsa after an extended break there after the extra point. Reason being because of penalty flags. We've had our share of those throughout this game, and that time there was a infraction called on each team. Unsportsmanlike against Edcouch, unsportsmanlike against Mercedes. Offsetting penalties. The extra point was good. Tigers now with 21 answered points, and they've done what I said they needed to do on our hacienda four keys to the game prior to the game. And that was make the Edcouch Elsa Yellow Jackets play catch-up if at all possible. And that's what we are encountering here. Up by 11. Jackets get the ball, and the kickoff is a short kick. Left side of the field, fielded outside the 10 to the 15, middle of the field to the 20, upfield to the 25 to the 30-yard line. And with a minute left here in the first half, we'll see what Edcouch Elsa draws up here. Team has thrown the ball just twice in this game, down by 11. It's not panic time yet.
Not by far. No, not by far. And again, the thing is that, yes, it's a switch of momentums here, but again, Edcouch is a team that they have a lot of heart, so I don't expect for them to lay down anytime soon.
Quick snap, running play up the middle with some room out across the 40-yard line to the 41. Cardenas on the carry. 14 yards for Cardenas. He's now got 25 yards on 4 carries. Ball out to the 41-yard line. Jackets have 2 timeouts remaining. Clock running is not their friend. They race up to the line of scrimmage. Looking to pass. From the right side, they'll keep it and run. And then a penalty thrown to the end of that, and maybe the personal foul coming up. New quarterback in the game, Raven Riojas. And now we'll sort out the penalty. Stops the clock with 30 seconds left here. That will be a penalty against Mercedes. Ball out of bounds by the time they mark it down. It's at the Tigers 43. 30 seconds, 2 timeouts remaining for the Jackets of Edcouch Elsa. Man in motion right to left. They'll hand off up the middle. This is Cardenas. He gains a yard or 2. And the Yellow Jackets will have to burn their second timeout. Trying to stay with the running attack. 25 seconds left. Got to think they'll have to go to the air from the 41-yard line of the Tigers. Jackets will talk it over. We'll be right back.
Game and let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Yellow Jackets at Edcouch Elsa burned a timeout. They have 1 remaining. They'll have the ball to start the second half. Down by 11 with 24 seconds left here in the first half. They'll keep Rojas in at quarterback. He goes under center on the second down play. Sends a man in motion left to right. Play action. Swings a pass on, that's a lateral. That's a loose ball picked up by the Tigers. I think they recover it.
Again, that's big number 42 coming up with that ball. Iniguez again, 44 correction. Big number 44 coming up with that ball, Albert Alvarado.
It was a lateral, and the ball hit the ground. Tigers were nearly able to scoop that. Had they been able to pick it up, it was off to the races for 6 points. Now they're bringing the offense out on the field with 14 seconds left. And we'll see what direction the Tigers go as they bring back Horacio Paquino in at quarterback. No timeouts left. Ball sitting at the Yellow Jacket 43 for Horacio Paquino. Out of a shotgun. Empties the backfield. Trots back to throw, pressured, steps up, hit, spun down. No timeouts remaining. That may take us to the end of the half.
Yeah, it seems like it with 5 seconds.
Tigers didn't have any timeouts left. That's it. 1 half in the books. Appreciate you joining us here as we continue. From Edcouch, Elsa. Tigers or Mercedes. Welcome to the halftime show here. Evie Vasquez, 21-10. Before we take the break, your thoughts on that first half? It looked like Edcouch Elsa had it in the books.
Right. Well,
Tigers woke up.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that they started off strong and they started off doing, started off focused, and the Jackets went to the ground just like we thought they would. And the thing is that what got the Tigers early on was the penalties. As soon as they started settling down, they proved the type of team that they can be, which is a high-scoring team. And again, if anything is going to have to change, and if anything, the Jackets are going to have to talk about their defense, going into the locker room, and if you're the Tigers, you're obviously going to have to be talking about continuing to put your foot on the pedal. So we'll see what happens when they come out, when they have an 11-point lead, the Tigers do. So it'll be interesting second half.
We'll be back with more after this.
One word, fresh. At the Sea Ranch, we combine a fresh, inviting atmosphere with chef-inspired cuisine prepared from the freshest local shrimp, oysters, snapper, and mahi-mahi. Our salmon, Alaskan king crab, and live Maine lobsters are flown in fresh. A local favorite for over 30 years, the Sea Ranch. Come enjoy a fresh experience.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for low prices? It's a Hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a new Ford Expedition with 20-inch wheels, leather, navigation, and more for $12,000 off MSRP.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My Hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
On Rio Sports Live, I'm Joe Bowling with you. Evie Vasquez to my right-hand side. Want to run some highlights for you. Here's the plays that got us to our score as we're at halftime. A 21-10 your score. Enjoy the highlights. We'll talk after this. Inside Mercedes territory. Ball right now at the 44. Quick snap, handoff on a misdirection to the right-hand side with a block across the 35-yard line. Takes on a tackler. Big hit over there.
And here we go.
Still first down. Under center, Rodriguez. Pitches it out left-hand side. Here's Alvarado. Takes it inside the 15. Alvarado down to the 11-yard line. A strong carry for Alvarado on first down. For the Jackets, it's taking time off the clock with 5 minutes and some change left. Quick snap. Running play left-hand side. Staying on his feet. Driving forward. End zone. Touchdown, Jackets.
Right, yeah.
First down play. Second time the offense is on the football field for the Mercedes Tigers. They'll hand it off, running play right side. Josiah Cantu hit in the backfield. Down he goes, lost 6. His 20-yard line, terrible snap. Over his head, inside the 10, inside the 5, back to the end zone. Picked up, Putter runs it out across the 5, to the 10, to the 15, sideline to the 20, 25, penalty flag on the play, up into long count, hands it off. They'll run it right-hand side. Tigers are there, football comes loose, and it's a scramble for the football. It's still loose. Who got it back? It looked like the Jackets got it.
Yes.
Time of possession advantage Edcouch Elsa here in this first quarter as they lead. Field goal attempt coming up from the 29. This is a 39-yard attempt from the right hash mark. Ball down, kick up, long, high, and good.
And again, the Jackets are able.
Swings a pass, setting up a screen. Now they'll throw it back across the field. It's caught, and there's some room to run. Across the 30, 35-yard line to the 40. Makes a move at the 45. On his feet to the midfield strike. 2, second down, 8 yards, make it 7. They empty the backfield again. Cisneros wants to throw, looking for a deep ball down the right-hand side, and he's got a man! Caught! Touchdown, Tigers! Josiah Rocha. Handoff, they'll go for it, looking on a play action to throw the ball downfield, left-hand side, incomplete. No penalty, turnover on downs. Tigers take over. Drops back to throw, a deep drop. Here comes pressure, gets rid of it underneath. It's a catch made. Spinning away, now yards after the catch, leaping over man, 35, football comes loose out of bounds. To left, that's Rocha. Cisneros going to keep it, runs it upfield, got to the 17, stretches forward, football comes loose, picked up by a lineman inside the 5 for the Tigers, first and goal coming up. Trying to check that new quarterback in the ball game, we'll get the name for you. Hands the ball off, running play right-hand side, hesitating, touchdown, Jared De Los Santos.
Again, on another.
Tigers already up by 4, empty backfield, Cisneros. Tross back to throw. Pressure comes up the middle. Gets rid of it. Hit as he throws. Over the middle. Caught at the 35. Hanging on Josiah Cantu. The offense on the field. Needing 4 yards on fourth down. Single back in the backfield to the right side. Paquino hands it off. It's a reverse. Now a double reverse with some room. Down the right sideline. 20, 15, 10. Inside the 10. First down. Converting on a long Josiah Cantu. Here's from the 5. Paquino takes it on a read, hands it off. Running play left-hand side, Tigers in the end zone. Touchdown! Diving in, De Los Santos. Play. Sends a man in motion left to right. Play action. Swings a pass on, that's a lateral. That's a loose ball picked up by the Tigers. I think they recover it. They started the drive inside Mercedes territory. Ball right now at the 44. Quick snap, handoff on a misdirection to the right-hand side with a block across the 35-yard. And that's our highlights during the first half that got us to our current score of 21-10. As these two teams are in the halftime locker rooms. Rivalry game, you expect nothing less between these two teams. And Evie Vasquez, a tale of 2 quarters, really. Edcouch Elsa owned the first. Mercedes Tigers owned the second.
Right, and when each team was dominant, they showed what they can do. If we break down each team, specifically, you had the Jackets, again, like we talked about. They were able to go to the ground just like they wanted to, like we talked about and Joe talked about at the beginning. They wanted to go ahead and control the time, which they did. They allowed to play their game, and they let the Tigers make the mistakes, and they made them pay. And then the second quarter, the tables flipped, complete 180, and then you started having, slowly the Jackets started making the mistakes, and the Tigers started pouncing, pun intended. They started pouncing on the Jackets as far as, making their mistakes, the Jackets' mistakes work against them, and, and making it work for them. and they were able to get on the board easily. What looked like, going to the air and also going to the ground as well. So they mixed it up a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Jackets can come back on defense. Like I talked about going into the locker room, they're really going to have to step it up on defense and get their offense going and see if they can start playing some Edcouch Elsa football. And the Tigers, that they. Not that they really don't have to, fix a lot of things, but they were able to fix it during the game. That's what I'm trying to say, and they were able to show their true colors.
Second half, we'll see some adjustments, no doubt. The Tiger Marching Band on the field right now. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have a little audio presentation for you. You can at least listen to the bands. Big crowd on hand at Edcouch Elsa, Benny Layton Senior Stadium. Evie Vasquez to my right-hand side. I'm Joe Bowling with you, reminding you again, video coverage of this game. We'll have the replay of this available for you to watch. You got to see the highlights. I'll run those highlights one more time before we start the second half. Take a break. Take a look at these advertisers who are assisting us in what we're doing. I'm heading to Abilene tomorrow to make sure the Hannah game gets covered for the Rio Grande Valley. That's not free. That's not easy, and that's not without assistance. And if nothing else, take note of the advertisers you see here and go out and thank them for assisting us in broadcasting. We're in 7 stadiums tonight, my friends. And again, a long trip to Abilene tomorrow. We'll take a break and we'll come back.
Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-Up, 3-Down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-Up, 3-Down Fishing Tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way. Back here on Rio Sports Live, we're at halftime as the Tiger Marching Band out performing. I'm going to go ahead and key up their microphone and let you at least hear the band. Again, as we're behind the band here on the visitor side at Edcouch Elsa, you can't really pick up the audio. We've got the video going on the video side of things. You'll be able to watch the band performance begin from the visiting side, so you don't get the true indication of what's going on as far as the band presentation. Halftime, I'll run down some statistics for you, and then we'll run down some additional broadcasts as Real Sports Live is all across the valley. And I'll tell you where I wanted to be and where we're closer to being. We can just keep this advertising train rolling. Hacienda Ford, one of our title sponsors, assisting us greatly in broadcasting the games. We'll be back right after this. Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever memories. Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Every great dining adventure begins with one word: fresh. At the Sea Ranch, we combine a fresh, inviting atmosphere with chef-inspired cuisine prepared from the freshest local shrimp, oysters, snapper, and mahi-mahi. Our salmon, Alaskan king crab, and live Maine lobsters are flown in fresh. A local favorite for over 30 years, the Sea Ranch. Come enjoy a fresh experience.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
At San Benito Vision Source, the optometry staff works around your busy schedule and take the time to answer your questions and concerns prior to a visit. Dr. Jaime Rodriguez and Dr. Laura Loki offering full vision examinations, diagnostics, and treatment of an array of eye diseases and conditions to keep your eyes healthy. Call the friendly staff today with questions or schedule a consultation. San Benito Vision Source.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Back here during the halftime break as the Tiger Marching Band made their way off the field. A big crowd stuck around to watch them, and now the home side will get a chance to be entertained by the Edcouch Elsa Yellow Jacket Marching Band. Again, we are on the visitor side, so you can't get a true feeling for the performance here by the band. So we'll go ahead and talk at halftime about additional broadcasts going on. A big one over in Mission tonight. McCallum Memorial, one of the unbeaten teams remaining in the Rio Grande Valley, having their hands full, and everyone seems to have their hands full when they take on that Eagle team at Mission. Coach Detmer has his troops up 14-7 and a tight ball game over there. Meanwhile, Mission Veterans continues to roll. They're on the broadcast down in Porter in Brownsville Sam Stadium. They also have La Villa on tonight. La Villa Santa Maria giving some love to the small schools on the broadcast side. And we also have broadcasts coming up from La Jolla and PSJA stadiums tonight as well, as our crews are spread across the Rio Grande Valley from one end to the other, from the south side to Brownsville to the west side out at La Jolla Stadium tonight. And all parts in between, with us stationed here at Edcouch Elsa and La Villa just down the road in PSJA. Not a bad Friday night for Real Sports Live. Evie Vasquez, as we are at halftime at Edcouch Elsa. Again, you said your first time you've been to this stadium, impressed by the crowds.
Yeah, and again, this is exactly what you expect when you come to a rivalry game just like this, and these stands full, and it's still early. And my thing is that you're probably one touchdown or one score away from opening this game up, and then you're also one touchdown again from making it a game and to where you really have to count your possessions. So again, great atmosphere, great football. You know, it's a little tough when you come in and you have to really bring your A game in these games. So kudos to these kids, you know, being able to stay, you know, poised and play their best. So again, a big rivalry night against Mercedes and Edcouch, and you know, top three. And this is exactly what you expect when you're talking about Texas football.
Additional broadcast tomorrow night. We will have the Harlingen game. That'll be a live broadcast on the air. That's an early afternoon game, as they'll be taking on Midland at home at Boga Stadium. That'll be a live video coverage. Aaron Sines will have the play-by-play. I was going to slide in there and do the broadcast with Mr. Sines, but things developed that we're going to have a crew out at Abilene, Texas tomorrow at 5 o'clock for the Hannah Eagles, and I guess I drew the short straw. I drew the only straw. I'm on my way out to that one. So live video coverage for that. That means we'll be short on the volleyball coverage. We've been doing a better and better job of getting more sports on the air on Real Sports Live. Had an individual contact me that wanted us to cover the youth football, a big matchup in Westaco. A couple of nationally ranked teams will be at Westaco East tomorrow. Want to encourage fans to go out there. We'll be broadcasting those sooner than you think. And got some additional things I want to bring up a little bit later on in the week about some additional broadcasts that we're putting together on Real Sports Live. Got some big meetings involved with some key personnel that may unveil some truly amazing things for basketball fans who will be able to keep track of us on Real Sports Live and our already big-time growth and maybe taking the next big step forward. Talk about that as well. Stay tuned throughout the week. Take a break, 8:21 left. I'll come back and run down some stats for you on halftime and how we got to 21-10, and I'll replay the highlight reel one more time before the second half kickoff. From Edcouch, Elsa, Mercedes Tigers, and Mercedes Tigers, 21-10 Tigers lead. Back after this.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Hi, we're Robert Bella's favorite cats, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Everyone's a winner at Conno Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. How about this 2015 Chevy Silverado 1500, a regular cab, custom wheels, bedliner, 21,000 miles, power everything, $25,900. Or how about this 2015 BMW 328i, fully loaded with an X-Drive, navigation, sunroof, leather interior, $18,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Conno Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas. Everyone's a winner at Conno Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. How about this 2015 Chevy Silverado 1500, a regular cab, custom wheels, bedliner, 21,000 miles, power everything, $25,900. Or how about this 2015 BMW 328i, fully loaded with an X-Drive, navigation, sunroof, leather interior, $18,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Conno Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Hi, we're Sherryland Rattlers, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as we're at halftime. Again, thanking you for joining us here for the broadcast. Audio only on a Friday with video replay. What we can do is show you the first half highlights and how we got to our current score. 21-10, Tigers lead. This is how it happened in the first half. Inside Mercedes territory. Ball right now at the 44. Quick snap, handoff on a misdirection to the right-hand side with a block across the 35-yard line. Takes on a tackler. Big hit over there.
And here we go.
Still first down. Under center, Rodriguez. Pitches it out left-hand side. There's Alvarado. Takes it inside the 15. Alvarado down to the 11-yard line. A strong carry for Alvarado on first down. For the Jackets, it's taking time off the clock with 5 minutes and some change left. Quick snap. Running play left-hand side. Staying on his feet. Driving forward. End zone. Touchdown, Jackets.
Right, yeah.
First down play. Second time the offense is on the football field for the Mercedes Tigers. They'll hand it off, running play right side. Josiah Cantu hit in the backfield. Down he goes, lost 6. His 20-yard line, terrible snap. Over his head, inside the 10, inside the 5, back to the end zone. Picked up, Putter runs it out across the 5, to the 10, to the 15, sideline to the 20, 25, penalty flag on the play, up in. Long count, hands it off. They'll run it right-hand side. Tigers are there. Football comes loose, and it's a scramble for the football. It's still loose. Who got it back? It looked like the Jackets got it.
Yes.
Time of possession advantage Edcouch Elsa here in this first quarter as they lead. Field goal attempt coming up from the 29. This is a 39-yard attempt from the right hash mark. Ball down, kick up, long, high, and good.
And again, the Jackets are able.
Swings a pass, setting up a screen. Now they'll throw it back across the field. It's caught, and there's some room to run. Across the 30, 35-yard line to the 40. Makes a move at the 45. On his feet to the midfield strike. 2, second down, 8 yards, make it 7. They empty the backfield again. Cisneros wants to throw, looking for a deep ball down the right-hand side, and he's got a man! Caught! Touchdown! Tigers! Josiah Rocha. Handoff, they'll go for it, looking on a play action to throw the ball downfield, left-hand side, incomplete. No penalty, turnover on downs. Tigers take over. Drops back to throw, a deep drop. Here comes pressure, gets rid of it underneath. It's a catch made. Spinning away, now yards after the catch, leaping over man, 35, football comes loose out of bounds. To left, that's Rocha. Cisneros going to keep it, runs it upfield, got to the 17, stretches forward, football comes loose, picked up by a lineman inside the 5 for the Tigers, first and goal coming up. Trying to check that new quarterback in the ball game, we'll get the name for you. Hands the ball off, running play right-hand side, hesitating, touchdown, Jared De Los Santos.
Again, on another.
Tigers already up by 4, empty backfield, Cisneros. Tross back to throw. Pressure comes up the middle. Gets rid of it. Hit as he throws. Over the middle. Caught at the 35. Hanging on Josiah Cantu. The offense on the field. Needing 4 yards on fourth down. Single back in the backfield to the right side. Pequeno hands it off. It's a reverse. Now a double reverse with some room. Down the right sideline. 20, 15, 10. Inside the 10. First down. Converting on a long Josiah Cantu. Here's from the 5. Pequeno takes it on a read, hands it off. Running play left-hand side, Tigers in the end zone. Touchdown! Diving in, De Los Santos. Play. Sends a man in motion left to right. Play action. Swings a pass on, that's a lateral. That's a loose ball picked up by the Tigers. I think they recover it. They started the drive inside Mercedes territory. Ball right now at the 44. Quick snap, handoff on a misdirection to the right-hand side with a block across the 35-yard line. Takes on a tackler. Big hit over there.
And here we go.
Still first down. Under center. Pitches it out here. That's the first half highlights as we're at halftime here at Edcouch Elsa. And Evie Vasquez, even you could see there that statistically, as I run down these stats for you, the Tigers with 168 yards of offense, 124 through the air. They completed every pass they threw in the ball game for 124, connected on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different receivers in the game. Meanwhile, Edcouch Elsa, 21 carries, 109 yards on the ground. That's accounting for all of their offense, all on the running game, which is what I talked about in the Hacienda Ford keys to the game. I want to bring those back up for you. This was my keys to the game.
touchdown away, one score away from making this a game again. You know, and we're close enough to where you can say it's nobody's game yet. You know, it's not one-sided yet, just yet. Again, we'll see who can go ahead and make the adjustments, especially the Jackets. You know, they had some adjustments to make. You know, it just seemed that Mercedes was able to make the adjustments during the game a little bit better than they were. So we'll see what will have happen here in the second half.
Jackets of Edcouch Elsa will get the ball to start the second half. And again, our thanks for you tuning in during the live portion of this game, as it's a audio only on a Friday night. It will be. I'm telling you, that won't change as the UIL rules dictate. If it ever changes, I'll be the first guy to celebrate. But I mark my word, the day it changes, there'll be fees involved, such as the playoffs. I talked about this last night during our broadcast from Sam Stadium. Here we are in week 5. That means we're halfway through the season, and I'm telling you, the playoffs are bearing down. And fans, if you want us to continue to cover the sports at the level we're doing, each playoff game, each round, the first check I have to write is for $1,000 to Fox Sports. We went in the whole $13,000 last year just to make sure we got coverage for the Rio Grande Valley. And I've got crews. You see them out at stadiums right now. We could put 7 crews realistically on every round, but that's $7,000 a week for a sponsorship just to cover the fees. That doesn't pay an announcer, doesn't pay a camera operator, certainly doesn't pay travel. It gets expensive in a hurry for what we're doing here. And they give us an option. We can go audio only during the playoffs. I'd rather not do that. But as you see here on a Friday night, we are mandated to go audio only on a live version. Running play on the kickoff return for the Edcouch Elsa Yellow Jackets. And now start a drive at their 32. Go ahead.
Agustin Flores, you know, coming back with that return for the Jackets.
So the Jackets offense will make their way onto the football field. We were here at 1:30 in the afternoon setting this one up, finding a way to get an air conditioning unit. Had to go buy an air conditioner, dropped it in the window. That wasn't working. Had a fan as well, and just cool enough to hang in here. You open that door, Evie, you can feel how hot it is still out in the press box. We're okay right here. Fumble on the first snap from scrimmage. Jackets able to recover, but they'll lose 6 yards on first down.
Sean Alvarado able to recover the ball and land on top of it.
Sean Alvarado in the first half. He now has 9 carries for just 23 yards on the ground. And a team that came in here wanting to establish the run and control the line of scrimmage faces 2nd and long. They'll run it to the outside. Here's Jose Cardenas with some room across the 35-yard line. Bangs forward to the 39. Ends up getting all that lost yardage back and some as he'll rumble forward. That's an 11-yard gain. And third down coming up for the Yellow Jackets of Edcouch Elsa. They want to establish here something out of the gate. 3rd and 5. Would like to get a first down here and not give the ball to the Tigers just yet. Man in motion left to right. Handoff up the middle. That is a penalty on the play. It's going to be close for first down yardage for the Jackets. Now we'll sort out the penalty. I've got the mic on the ref. We'll get his call.
Personal foul, chop block, 69, 62. 15-yard penalty.
So a chalk block against the offense, and that's going to be 15 yards against Edcouch Elsa. It does a couple of things. Takes away a first down. It makes it 3rd and eternity for a team that likes to run the football. Ball back inside the 25. They've got to take it out to the 43 to get a first down. Pretty much mandated passing time for the Jackets. They'll line up double wing, double tight end set, and run it on a reverse. Coming to the left-hand side across the 35, 40, 43. Might have got a first down on a running play. Nice carry that time for Alvarado.
Big play there, you know, as he was able to go ahead and be given the ball in motion. And kudos to this to the offensive line that was able to open that gap.
He will get enough for a first down, and how about that trust in the offensive scheme on a 3rd and long. Now they'll run it this time as Cardenas to the right side, up the middle, takes it across the midfield stripe to the Tiger 48. That's an 8-yard gain on first down for Cardenas.
And again, be careful, you know, if these Jackets start getting that momentum on the ground, you know, that's exactly where their game is. You know, they like to hold on to that football and use the time for their benefit. So again, if they're able to move the ball on the ground, you know, it's benefit the Jackets.
Second and short, call it 2 yards to go. They'll hand it off right-hand side with some room into the secondary in a blink of an eye, and that's going to be Cordoza has a big gain, 17 yards, first down Jackets.
You know, again, another first down. Big momentum change here as the Jackets come out of the locker room, you know, swinging.
This is how they looked in the first quarter. Taking control and scoring 10 unanswered points to start this ball game. First down play. This time they'll hand it to Barco. He's got some room inside the 30-yard line. That's a 7-yard gain on first down. And they're mixing it up. Marco Barco that time on the carry. Mark Barco. And this Yellow Jacket team is moving the ball methodically downfield against the Tigers of Mercedes from the 27 on a second down play. Handoff, first man through, gets inside the 25, surges forward. Penalty flag comes in behind the play. Cordoza on the carry would have had enough for a first down. Let's mic up the referee and get this call. It's thrown in the backfield.
Picks up 7 yards. Number 73, 15 yards.
So hands to the face called against Edcouch Elsa.
Yet another penalty.
Wipes away another first down.
Yeah, and flashbacks for the Jackets from the first half as they're, you know, shooting themselves in the foot again with these penalties.
Ball back at the 40-yard line of the Tigers. It's still second down, but second and 16 yards to go for Edcouch Elsa. And on second down, they'll hand it off on a reverse, trying to left-hand side, behind some blockers, getting back to the 35-yard line. Alvarado on the carry, gets it back near the original line of scrimmage. Third and long coming up. For Alvarado, now 11 carries for 42 yards in the ball game. Edcouch Elsa now with the ball on the left hash mark at the 35-yard line of the Mercedes Tigers. And a sustained drive to start this second half. Edcouch Elsa needs 10 more yards to keep the drive alive. Long count. Out of play action, looking to throw. Rolling right side, now they'll deliver a ball downfield. Picked off by the Tigers. Inside the 10, back to the 15 to the 20, 25 to the 30, sideline 35 to the 40, 45-yard line. Tigers on a pick, take over the ball.
Ramiro Ortiz coming up with that pick. You know, they had an intended receiver, you know, who was going long and running a post route, you know, but again, Ortiz was able to come underneath and get that pick as they're close to midfield.
Ball back at the 46-yard line, and that's a backbreaker right there. And the Tiger fans making some noise at Edcouch Elsa. They filled the visitor's side at Benny Layton Sr., and now the offense comes on the field for a first time in the second half, directed by Horacio Paquino. Saw action in the first half. And a first down after the turnover. A lot of times the team will go over the top for a big play. They'll run it up the middle, out across the 48 to the 49 on a carry by Jared De Los Santos. 3-yard gain, second and 7 coming up for the Tigers. Get a long sustained drive by the Edcouch Elsa Yellow Jackets out of the gate, taking the opening kickoff in the third quarter, but nothing to show for it. Now the defense has to make a stop. Paquino looks to throw. Penalty on the play, rolls out right side, stays in bounds. Upended as he got to the 48. Now we'll take a look at the penalty. We were plagued by penalties in the first half. At one point in time.
On the offense, that's a 10-yard penalty. Replay, take it down.
That's a holding call against the Tigers this time. At one time we had 6 calls in a row. There was a penalty on the play. I had my notes right, and I think I did. And 2nd and long for the Tigers. When you're a passing team or a team capable of throwing the ball downfield and getting vertical, 2nd and long doesn't sound as as challenging. We'll take a look at here for Pacino, what he does. On an option, on a read, over the middle, got a man open at 40, 35 in the secondary to the 30. Down inside the 30, first down for the Tigers on a catch by Joseph Rocha.
Yeah, Rocha again. I don't know where these Jackets were there on defense, but he had nobody around him after that catch. And he's able to go ahead and get a big catch in yardage for the Tigers.
32 yards for Joseph Rocha. Pacino on the completed pass. And now Pacino on an option, hands it off. Running on a jet sweep is Rocha, running left side, gets hit out of bounds. Short yardage gained on the carry.
That extra room on defense on the ends on these corners, we're able to stop Rocha with a no gain.
3 yards on the carry for Rocha. He got out of bounds. Tigers have it on the left hash mark inside the 25 of the Jackets. Pacino sends a man in motion, takes a low snap, has to pick it up, runs forward, gets hit and dropped. 3rd and long coming up for the Tigers or Mercedes.
Recovered by number 11.
Pacino able to, fortunately for the Mercedes Tigers, able to corral that ball. It was on the ground for a couple of split seconds there. Anxious moments for Tiger fans. And this Jacket team would love to force a turnover here. On 3rd down, empty backfield for Pacino. Drops back to throw, looking, has time. Rolls out right side, pressured, hit, and down he goes. A secondary sack caused there.
Big hit, yeah, big hit there by Erasmo.
Brings up 4th and 11 for the Tigers.
Brings up 3rd and 11 now. Check that 4th and 11 for the Mercedes Tigers. Right now it appears they're leaving the offense in the game. And a momentum swinging play here if the Edcouch Elsa Yellow Jackets can get a stop and get their offense back on the field. Pacino needs every bit of 11 yards. Empty backfield. Drops back, swings a pass, receiver screen right-hand side with some room on the run. Alex Rincon got down to the 15. That's enough for a first down.
Yeah, that'll be enough for a first down. And again, a fresh set of downs is exactly what they wanted. You know, and again, as we have a Jacket player slow to get up.
Heads up play on a receiver screen as they attend to the injured player. We'll take a quick break. 4:48 left here in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back after this.
Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Every great dining adventure begins with one word: fresh. At the Sea Ranch, we combine a fresh, inviting atmosphere with chef-inspired cuisine prepared from the freshest local shrimp, oysters, snapper, and mahi-mahi. Our salmon, Alaskan king crab, and live Maine lobsters are flown in fresh. A local favorite for over 30 years, the Sea Ranch. Come enjoy a fresh experience.
And thank you for watching Real Sports Live. J's up!
Tigers run the ball on 1st down after a quick injury timeout. They got back on the field. One day they'll communicate with us in the media, and they'll actually take media breaks. Nothing doing at the high school level right now. Clock running here in the 3rd quarter. Mercedes Tigers trying to capitalize on an interception inside the red zone. Swing pass left-hand side, caught by Joseph Rocha. Rocha makes a move, penalty flag on the play, so wait before you call this one as he's down at the 5-yard line. It's normally in the vicinity of a hold on the offense. I'll mic the referee up, but I'm Also miking the crowd up, so you'll hear the groan at the same time of the call.
Number 1 on the offense. That's a 10-yard penalty. Previous out.
There's your groan by the Mercedes fans as the hold was called. And that would have been first and goal from the 5. Now it's second down, and the hold occurred around the 10-yard line, so they mark it back outside the 20. 21 yards out of the end zone right now for the Mercedes Tigers. And Horacio Paquino has her back on the left-hand side. 3 receivers left side. Low snap, looks to throw, pressured, hit, down he goes. Jackets make another play defensively.
And we have a quarterback sack.
Third down.
Matthew Segura with that big sack.
On a third down as the ball's at the 24-yard line. Third and every bit of 17. To get a first down, the Mercedes Tigers will have to take the ball inside the 6.
3rd and 17 for the Tigers.
Paquino has him set. Trips receivers left. Single receiver right, empty backfield out the right side looking to throw. Pressure comes up the middle. They got him again. Down goes Paquino.
Again, bringing 3 men on that rush, allowed, again, Segura to come up with that sack.
Brings up 4th down and 18 from the 26 of the Jackets. Tigers have already converted once on 4th down in this drive. And decision time now as they're looking to the sideline. 18 on the play clock. They may have to burn a timeout. They will. First timeout of the second half used up by the Mercedes Tigers. And with that, we'll take a quick break. This game brought to you in part by Hacienda Ford, assisting us greatly in broadcasting this game. If you're in the market for a new car, or how about a used car or a service to your car, Hacienda Ford in Edinburgh, Texas. Also proud to be a supporter of high school athletes. And if not for the part of Hacienda Ford and the title sponsors such as Hacienda Ford, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. This is Real Sports Live. Back with more after this.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Back here at the third quarter with 2:31 left. Each team has had the football once in the third quarter. Tigers are going to attempt a long field goal from the 34-yard line from the inside the right hash mark. This will be a 44-yard attempt for the Tigers, trying to extend the lead to 14. Good snap, ball down. Kick up is long, and it is good. 44-yard field goal for the Mercedes Tigers, and they go up 14, and that they needed 44. He got 45. That's enough to get it through.
Irving Romero coming up with that big kick, as they're opening up this lead.
So for the Edcouch Elsa Yellow Jackets, at least you take away this. It's still a 2-score game as you bring their offense back on the field. But the Tigers were able to bend, not break, get an interception, turn that into points. And more importantly, this third quarter is all but gone, as the Jackets will get the ball for just a second time in the second half.
Right, and that's the thing. This is a do-or-die situation here for the Jackets. They have to get on the board quickly if they want to, keep within distance.
Jackets, if you're just joining us, took the second half kickoff. And we're marching downfield, picked off inside the 10 by the Mercedes Tigers. They returned it out across the 40 and turned that into the most recent points on the board. First points that scored in the second half. And you go back, that's 24 unanswered points by Mercedes in this ball game as they lead 24-10. Kickoff is a short kickoff, field of the 15. Fake the reverse out across the 20, 25-yard line, 30. Look out, 35, 40, one man to beat. Midfield, 45, 40. See you later. No flags on the play. They won't catch him. Touchdown, Jackets.
That's exactly what they needed. Again, answering back after that long field goal. It's exactly what they needed to return it.
They faked the reverse, which is what set that play up. And then it was off to the races in sheer speed down the sidelines for the score. Extra point coming up for Edcouch Elsa. New life just breathed into the home side on that kick return. Extra point coming up. They line it up. Good snap, ball down, kick up long high. Every kick tonight has been letter perfect. Got a ball game, one score apart, 24-17. Tigers get the ball after this.
Recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close.
Of wanting
to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We are this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease.
We are back here for the kickoff at Edcouch Elsa, and 2:09 left in the third quarter. Each team has scored here in this third. A field goal by the Mercedes Tigers appeared to give them a nice cushion of a 14-point lead. That evaporated on the kickoff as it was returned by the Yellow Jackets for a touchdown. And now a 24-17 game, and if you're scripting this out, Edcouch Elsa needs a stop and a score, and then anything goes for perhaps an amazing finish to this game. Kickoff rolls upfield, fielded by the Tigers out across the 20, 25 to the 30, and to the 32. Nothing further than that. The hard-hitting Jackets on the kick return team covering that. And now the Mercedes Tigers offense back on the field, and it's not pressure time, Evie. They still got the lead, but it starts to eat at you a bit. This team's not going away on the other side.
Right, and as a former coach, one thing that you want to go ahead and stress to your players right now is this is exactly where you need to be careful with the ball and make every possession count. You want to limit your mistakes like we talked about earlier, and you want to, make sure you take care of this football.
Tigers have the ball, 1st and 10 from their 32-yard line. Low snap, they'll hand the ball off to the right side. No gain on the play. They brought back Michael Cisneros to run the show at quarterback. Try to keep track of who's in and out of the game. For the Tigers, that's a 1-yard gain. In the first quarter, Edcouch Elsa literally shut down the Tigers' offense as the Tigers tried to establish a running game. It wasn't until the Tigers opened it up in the air that the pendulum swung on the momentum side. Michael Cisneros out of a shotgun formation, overloads the left side with the receivers. That's the wide side of the field, empties the backfield. Penalty flags come raining in before the snap. Talked about my keys to the game. One of those was for Edcouch Elsa to get that home crowd involved. And right now you could see the players just urging their crowd to make more noise. They feel that just caused that false start, which is a 5-yard penalty against the Tigers. Moves them back inside the 30. Still 2nd down, but 15 yards to go for Mercedes. Clock running here in the third quarter. Empty backfield for Cisneros. Looks left, swings left, pass caught. Curling inside across the 32-yard line. Short gain on a catch by Cantu. And even more noise made on the far side of the field. We're on the visitor side, Evie, but you can hear them over there.
Yeah, you definitely can. And again, that's when you talked about home field advantage, this is exactly what they want.
I want to tell you this. That's unofficially 13 passes attempted by the Mercedes Tigers, 13 completions in the ball game. Empty backfield for Cisneros on 3rd down and 10. Big play here. He rolls out right side. Looking. Penalty flag on the play. Gets rid of the ball and incomplete. In the direction of Alex Rincon. Rincon comes up injured on the play. Gets up, but let's sort out the penalty. Usually it's going to be a hold. We'll wait for the call. You'll hear the groan by the Tiger fans if it is. Hear how quiet the stadium gets. There's a ton of people here. Everyone on the edge of their seat for this one. If it's against the Tigers, Jackets will force a punt. There's a second flag deep in the secondary on the far side in front of the sideline on the Edcouch Elsa Yellow Jackets. If it's offsetting, we'll replay third down. We got the wave going on the far side of the field. See if Rudy can pick that up. There it is. Nice job, Rudy Zamaripa. Catching the wave. So it is offsetting plays. So the penalty flags against each team means that the Mercedes Tigers actually gain a benefit out of this, Evie. They get a replay of third down.
Yeah, and that's big. Again, they actually get, like you said, they get to replay it, and again, they get another shot at it. So big third down here and see if they can convert.
Still 3rd and 10 for Cisneros. That would have been their first incompletion of the game. However, the penalties reset the play. Dropping back, a deep drop this time, setting up a screen. Completes it at the 30-yard line. Jackets are there to cover it up. There's a penalty on the play, though. So hang on here. Is it a face mask or is it a hold? Jackets are indicating that's a hold. If so, it'll be against the Tigers, and the Jackets again may have forced a punt. But hang on. This is the same spot where you could see a face mask call as well. And all eyes on Mr. Referee.
Holding 76. That penalty decline resulted in the play as a 4th down.
There you go. Holding call against the Tigers. Decline by the Yellow Jackets, and 4th down. 10 yards to go. Punting team in the ball game, or is it, for the Mercedes Tigers? Clock running. They don't have to take a snap. They keep the offense on the field on 4th and 10. Cisneros barking out signals. That is the end of the third quarter. Hang on to your hats. 7 points separates two good teams on a night. They don't like each other anyway. The rivalry continues. Tigers and Jackets. Welcome to the fourth quarter after this.
Polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we donate now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito. I'm going to bring it back real quick as we are ready for the punting situation for the Mercedes Tigers. They drop back Cisneros, who is the quarterback. He lines up in punt formation, takes a low snap, gets it. Kicks away. It's a short kick. Going to take a bounce for the Tigers into Jacket territory, but only as far as the 43. And Edcouch Elsa will start a drive down 7 on their home field. And a short field to work with. Evie Vasquez and that crowd, which is ready to erupt on the edge of their seats right now on the Edcouch Elsa side. Kind of quiet here on the Tiger side right now. Anxious moments.
Right, and here's the thing, you don't. This is at the point of the game where you don't want if your opponent to have any type of momentum, especially when the Jackets are at home and they're only down 1 possession, 1 score here. So
Michael Rodriguez under center on a first down play. Hands it off. They'll try it outside left, and the Tigers are there to shut that down on a carry by Alvarado.
Big tackle there by number 25 on the Tigers, Galvan.
Brings up 2nd and 9 for Edcouch Elsa. Opening drive of the third quarter. Jackets were moving the ball on the range of 6 to 7 yards per carry. And they went with a play-action pass play that was picked off. They've attempted 3 passes in the game, missed 2, and intercepted on another. Running play right side to the midfield stripe. That's going to be 3 yards shy of a first down. On another carry for Jose Cardenas. Cardenas now in the ball game. 9 carries, 74 yards. He's the leading rusher in the game for Edcouch Elsa.
Tigers zoning it up here a bit on
hang on. Holding call. I didn't see that penalty. 10-yard penalty against Edcouch Elsa. So instead of 3rd and short, it's going to be 2nd and long.
That's going to bring them back 10 yards.
I'll mark it all the way back inside the 35 to the 34 of the Jackets. 2nd down. Got to get it into Tiger territory at the 47 to get a first down. Rodriguez takes a snap. They'll run it left side. Here's Alvarado. Across the 45. Still well short of first down. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Number 10, Sean Alvarado picks up.
Nonetheless, a nice carry for Alvarado. No flags this time. I'm going to start saying that after each play, just to keep myself in check, if nothing else. 3rd down for the Jackets. 8 yards to go. Rodriguez takes a snap. Play action, looks to throw. Pressured, gets rid of the ball over the middle. Diving attempt, and a catch is made.
Yeah, that's a big, huge play by 33.
First down by Jessy Contreras on the catch. Or Cardenas, that was Cardenas, you're right. Jose Cardenas on the catch. And the Jackets move the chains. That's their first completed pass of the night on their 4th attempt.
At the 40-yard line. Hold everything, we got a timeout.
Timeout on the field. This one's not over by a long stretch. Tigers want to talk. Back after this.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
TVNS specializes in providing. Back here at 10 minutes and some change left on the clock in the 4th quarter. Edcouch Elsa on a drive will have the ball at the 45-yard line of the Mercedes Tigers. Thanks again for joining us live on the audio coverage. Again, going back to my radio days. I did this for 20-plus years. I always used to sign off saying goodbye to my grandpa, who was Russ Bowling, who passed away a couple of months before I ever got to do my first game. Always feeling like I'm broadcasting to him. So this radio stuff is right at home for me. Running play for the Jackets on the left-hand side. That's Jose Cardenas. He bangs forward for a couple of yards. 2nd down. I know fans would rather see the video, and frankly, I'd rather watch a game too, but going back to that radio stuff, I thoroughly enjoy listening to sports on radio. I think there's still a market for that. So I appreciate you fans enduring, who are accustomed to watching everything and sticking with us on the audio broadcast. 2nd down and 9 yards to go for the Edcouch Elsa Yellow Jackets. Trailing by 7. Run it off left tackle. That's nothing doing. A big wall right there to meet him again. 7-5 on your number, Evie.
Yeah, that's a big 7-5 for the Tigers. Marcus Garcia. You know, again, on that defensive line, not allowing anything.
Cardenas on the carry, brings up 3rd and long for Edcouch Elsa. They've got to get 7 strong yards. You get to the 35, you can measure this. Get inside the 35, you got a first down. Rodriguez hands it off. They'll fake the reverse, run it right side. Across the 40, Tigers there to string that out. Short gain on a carry by Edward Cordoza. And decision time for Edcouch Elsa. You play field position and punt this ball deep, or do you go for it on 4th and 5? You're averaging 6 yards per carry on the ground for Edcouch Elsa. Under 9 minutes left here in this ball game. Ball at your opponent's 39. Got to get it to the 35, every bit of the 35 to get a first down. apparently going for it. Rodriguez under center. Sends a man in motion. He'll take the snap. Pitch out left-hand side. Turning the corner and close to the 35. They'll mark him down short by a half a yard, it looks like. Tiger fans saying they stopped him. Well, look, like I said, I thought they needed to get to the 35 to get a first down. And it is Tiger football. They never got to the 35, Evie. It was close.
Yeah, that was close. And again, that extra yard, made a big difference there. But credit to the defense that, again, being able to play that zone and expecting that run. So that's exactly where they're coming from.
Tiger offense back on the field, and now they have a 7-point lead with 8 minutes, 7 seconds left in this game. They'll bring back Michael Cisneros to run at quarterback. We've seen Cisneros, we've seen Pequeno. Cisneros on this first down play. Man in motion right to left. On the read, hands it off. Running play left-hand side, nothing doing. Maybe a half yard on a loss by a carry by De Los Santos.
Yeah, and again, that time the defense bringing 3 to stop that run.
That's the thing. If you want to get conservative and try to milk the clock, the Jackets have been able to show that they can shut this running attack down if they know it's a run coming up.
Exactly. And here we go again. This is going to also be crunch time for the Tigers. There's still a lot of time left, so they really can't make any mistakes, and they got to be able to manage this time correctly.
2nd and 14 for the Tigers. Low snap. Picked up, a swing, a pass right-hand side. Catch made, yards after the catch for Josiah Cantu. Makes a couple men miss. Down the sideline, got near first down yardage, steps out at the 44. Josiah Cantu showing the ability to elude some tacklers. Ends up gaining 13, needing 14. And 3rd down and short. Give him a 12-yard gain, so 3rd and 2.5 for the Mercedes Tigers. Stepped out of bounds, so they'll stop the clock. On 3rd and short. Cisneros. Shotgun formation, takes a low snap. Here come the whistles. Is it a penalty or a timeout?
It looks like a timeout by the Tigers here.
No, ma'am. That's a penalty against the Mercedes Tigers.
Okay. I have yet to see the flag.
I don't see it yet. The referee was the one that made the call. I think he's the one that threw the flag and picked it up and made the call. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down, but now 3rd and 8. Or check it. Let's call it 3rd and 7 for the Mercedes Tigers. Michael Cisneros. Empty backfield. 5 receivers set on 3rd down. Clock will start on the snap. Drops back to throw, looking for a bundle. Down the left-hand side in traffic, and a penalty's thrown. Cantu, the intended receiver, guarded over there on defense for the Edcouch Elsa Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to be on Michael Davila. Hand check there. The whole.
They went for the big play to Cantu.
Yeah, and here's the thing, you're allowed to go ahead and use your hands on defense, but the thing is that the ball hadn't been thrown yet, and you're riding the receiver the whole way, so you're looking to get that penalty.
Once you get beyond 5 yards, you have to let all hands off. Here's a call by the official.
Pass interference, number 1, defense. That's a 15-yard penalty for the previous spot. Result in the first down.
So it's a 15-yard penalty on 3rd and 9, so a first down for the Mercedes Tigers. Again, a clock isn't your mortal enemy if you're the Edcouch Elsa Yellow Jackets. But what you don't want to do is get the ball back. Even if you get a stop here, you don't want to get the ball back in such a fashion that you have very little time left on your side to work with, and you become a have-to-pass play.
Yeah, you don't want to be rushed.
First down for the Tigers. Cisneros looks to throw. Swings it right side, completed, stepping out of bounds. Nice catch by Alex Rincon. And that'll be a gain of 9 on first down. You could use that short passing game just as effective as you can. The running attack to milk the clock if you're the Tigers. Cisneros on 2nd and 1. on a read, keeps it himself. Running play, he may have lost a yard on the play. Third down coming up. Enrique Hernandez on the tackle that time for Edcouch Elsa. He just came knifing through there to take down Cisneros. And so it's a 3rd and 4 play coming up. Clock running here in the 4th quarter. Cisneros opens it up with twin receivers left. 2 also to the right side. On 3rd and 4, drops the snap, picks it back up, running up the middle, got a first down and more. Secondary Cisneros to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, and that might do it there. You know, with 6 minutes and 20 seconds remaining, you know, that's big.
That was dangerously close to a turnover as the ball was rolling around. Cisneros finally just picked it up and off to the races, right down the middle of the field. 6 points for the Mercedes Tigers. Extra point coming up. Tiger fans on their feet. There was some anxious moments here on that ball rolling around before Cisneros picked it up. High snap, they get the ball down, kick is away and good. Tigers up 2 scores. Jackets get the ball. Remember last time they got a kickoff? They returned it for a touchdown. Back with the kickoff after this. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Hi, we're Brownsville veterans, and thanks for watching Real Sports Live.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Back here at Real Sports Live, a couple of 2-2 teams here battled in a rivalry game. Short kickoff by the Tigers, fielded by an up man for the Jackets across the 30, quickly covered up. No kick return this time for a touchdown, and Edcouch Elsa's offense is gonna have to go to work. 2 scores down, 6:15 left in the ball game. 2 timeouts remaining for Edcouch Elsa at home.
Yeah,
How much do you trust that running game now?
Yeah, it's not panic time just yet, like we said. But again, it's going to have to be a quick score if they want to go ahead and give the ball back and then have to get it one more time before the end of the clock.
First down play for Edcouch Elsa. Rodriguez under center. Hands it off. They'll run it right side. Spinning through a tackle, gaining some yardage. Cardenas takes it out across the 40 to about the 42. 7 yards on the carry. That clock is running now. The whistle's blowing after the play. I think they've got a player shaken up, looks like, on the Mercedes side. I think it's cramping that's coming into play now. It was hot and humid here. We had an air conditioner in here in the booth. Had to run to, there weren't any air conditioners at the stores I went to. I went to 2 before I found one. And then Rudy made me carry it up the bleachers. He carried the fan. Tiger fans, a round of applause for the players shaking up. Again, it looked like cramping. I think that comes into play. As hard as these teams have played, coming up at the end of the game, we'll have our player of the game. Hacienda Ford sponsoring our player of the game after each game. Who will it be tonight? Clock running. Jackets on 2nd down and 4 from their own 41-yard line. Rodriguez takes a snap, going to throw, and he's completed a pass for a first down. Out across the 47, a short, quick hitter. Ryan Castaneda on the catch. That's a second completed pass of the ball game for the Jackets of Edcouch Elsa. Just a 7-yard gain, first down. And that clock is not your friend. And the scoreboard certainly isn't. Jackets down 14. Rodriguez hands it off the middle. Big hole opens up in the secondary. 35, nice move made inside the 35 to the 32. Sean Alvarado.
Big, yeah, that was about a 30-yard pickup there on the ground. As the clock will continue, it'll stop as they reset as they reset the football here on the first down.
From the left hash mark, clock running now is Rodriguez has him up to the line on first down. Man in motion this time, left to right. They'll run the option. Quarterback keeper gets away from a man, reverses his field. Rodriguez turns this into a big play out to the 20-yard line. Gain 10, should have been stopped for a loss of 2. That's enough for a first down. And Rodriguez, there's just some sheer magician moves that time as he got it down to the 20. Clock running and under 5 minutes to go. Jackets could score here quickly. I'm saying a minute and a half here. Give themselves a chance. Pass play and the right side caught inside the 10-5 to the 4-yard line. Nearly to the house there.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Brandon Adame there, who was able to tangle his feet up, he would have been able to run into the end zone untouched.
First and goal coming up for Edcouch Elsa. They stop the clock, now they crank it up. They're still back in a huddle, Edcouch Elsa. First and goal from the Tiger 4. Trying to get back to within a touchdown. A lot of motion here, and it looks like a 5-yard penalty against Edcouch Elsa. That will be a false start. On Edcouch Elsa. Ball back outside the 7. Man, there's a ton of lights and stuff going on the parking lot over there. You see that, Evie? Second down play. Check it, first down and goal for the Jackets. Handoff, running play right-hand side. Looking to turn the corner. They won't do it. Staying in bounds as well. On a carry by Jose Cardenas, he gained 1 on first and goal from the 7. Second and goal coming up, and that clock is running. Edcouch Elsa back in the huddle. They still have 2 timeouts remaining. Second down and goal from the 6. Rodriguez sends a man in motion. Got him to jump off sides. Free play coming up. Rodriguez scrambles, looking, delivers. It's picked off. This one's coming back. Jackets knew they had a free play, Evie. They got him to jump off sides. That's not the first time. Tigers jumped off sides. You could clearly see that. That had been going on throughout the first half. And now they'll march the penalty yardage off inside the 5, mark it down at the 3. Still second down. Jackets are back in the huddle. If you're at the line of scrimmage, you can take a snap before the clock starts running. Once they crank this up, it's going to become, again, it's your enemy. You're down 14. 3:21 and counting. Rodriguez gets him to jump again, or did the Jackets jump this time, Evie?
Yeah, I wasn't able to see there, but I just know that was a quick snap. It'll be.
Officials talking it over down inside the 3-yard line. Neither team has moved yet. Tigers indicating it may be against them. If It is. It's another half the distance situation. Either way, it's goal to goal. They will mark off an extra 1.5 yards in the direction of the Tigers. So it's still 2nd and goal for the Edcouch Elsa Yellow Jackets. They lost a couple of seconds there, not much time. 2nd and goal, ball right outside the 1. Edcouch Elsa trying to get in the end zone, get to within 1 score. Rodriguez under center on 2nd and goal. Takes a look at the defense. Under center, they jump off sides. Look like this time the Jackets jump. Still 2nd down, no matter how you slice it. This time they jump before the snap. Jackets are indicating it's against the Tigers again. Nothing doing, says the official. 5-yard penalty. And this is where the Tigers jump off sides. It's half the distance, the goal line. The Jackets jump off sides. You're going 5 yards back.
Right, and that's one thing that the Jackets, that you don't want to do. You don't want to get into a penalty battle.
Timeout called. Edcouch Elsa, they used one. They've got 1 left. They need to score, need the ball back. Tigers still up 14 back after this.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
One timeout remaining for the Edcouch Elsa Yellow Jackets. They're down right now by 14. Football spotted at the 7-yard line. Steven Gomez listening from West Houston. Send a shout out in that direction. Thanks for listening. Robert Guerra also in Houston listening to the game. Jackets on a 2nd and goal. We'll run it left-hand side. Tigers are able to stack that up. Nothing doing. A gain of a couple. Clock running.
Tigers expecting that run down the middle.
Start our clock at the 3-minute mark. 4th quarter action. Ball spotted at the 3. 3rd and goal. Now you're almost in position of having to go for an onside kick if you do get in the end zone. You're Edcouch Elsa. 3rd and goal. Rodriguez runs an option, going to pass. Here comes pressure, has a ball tipped, incomplete.
Yeah, he had a receiver wide open.
He had pressure coming all over him, though.
And that's what caused, what caused him to overthrow it.
Stops the clock with 2:40 remaining in the game. And now the Tiger defense know they can make one play here. Vicente Perez checking in from Indiana. Give a shout out in that direction. Thanks for listening on Real Sports. Benny Layton Senior Stadium is going to erupt here after this play. Either way, it's 4th and goal. Either the Jackets are going to score, Tigers going to stop. Fumble on the snap. Jackets pick it up, and the Tigers cover it up.
And that basically about seals it. The Tigers will.
Late penalty prone.
A late flag here.
I think it's going to be a post-play penalty flag. Unsportsmanlike of some sort. It was a fumble snap, no prayer that time. Gus Olmedo asking if I can get the game on. I'm going to try to get it on real quick after it's over. Again, we got so many things in play having to broadcast. I wish you could see what we have to do to get this recording and make it available for fans after the games. It's like flying an airplane here, trying to keep 2 broadcasts going at the same time, keep all the commercial sets, scoreboards, highlights.
play. We have unsportsmanlike conduct. Thompson, number 9. Mercedes. That'll be half the distance to the goal. Turnover on down.
So it is a turnover on downs, but after that, it's a half the distance, a goal penalty against Mercedes, and the ball goes back to the 6-yard line. If you're Edcouch Elsa, you got to pin your ears back here. Evie, go after the football and see if you can cause a couple of losses. Maybe set up a safety and at least get your hands on the football. Missed opportunity, though, as they had the ball inside the 2 on a goal situation, couldn't score. Tigers now with the ball. They'll run an inside pitch and lose 3 on the play, but no timeouts remaining. Protect that. They say the Jackets have 1 timeout remaining. Not sure where that came from. It's a loss of a couple. Mercedes Tigers in no hurry now to take the next snap. Play clock at 19. They're just standing on the field, already in a spread formation. Play clock down to 7. Looks like the Tigers are going to let it run all the way down and maybe take a timeout. Play clock gets to 1. They will take a timeout. We'll be right back. Tigers have the football at their own 3, up 14. Athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-up, 3-down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format. No fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat. Maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. Want to bring it back here as after the timeout called by the Mercedes Tigers, it did stop the clock with 1:50 left in the game. Tigers will line up in a shotgun formation. Quarterback stands, that's Cisneros, in his own end zone. And got to be careful here, up 14. Low snap, he'll hand the ball off. Running play up the middle, out across the 7. On a carry by Jared De Los Santos, and the Jackets will have to burn their final time out of the ball game.
Yeah, and that'll relieve some pressure there as at least they're outside the 10-yard line now.
Still 3rd down for Mercedes. Again, you can't ice the clock here if you're the Mercedes Tigers. But you can take a lot of time off here because you can run a play and not have to snap it for the full 25-second play clock.
Well, we're going to send a shout out to Mr. Albert Alvarado, number 40.
Want to make sure you handle the ball.
Family, good friend of mine.
Want to send a shout out to JV15 listening in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Tuning in here on a Friday night. I'll tell you what I'll do, fans. At the conclusion of this game, I will run the highlight reel. At least you can see the big plays that happened in this ball game. I'll be able to put those up for you in relatively short fashion before we sign off. A lot of flags come in here before the next snap. It'll be a false start against the Mercedes Tigers. You know, in the old days, coaches would make players run different sprints and workouts on a Monday or a Tuesday based on the number of penalties and yards. Wouldn't want to run on this one, either side, win or lose.
No way, no way. Just way too many flags.
Tigers take a snap, run the ball left-hand side with a lot of room. This may go for 97. There's a penalty. It may bring it back. De Los Santos isn't going to have enough gas. They'll take him out of bounds. So let's take a look at the penalty. It happened back at the 1-yard line. And it's going to be a hold against Mercedes, and the flag is thrown at the 1-yard line. You look at it one way. If that's a hold in the end zone, there's a call. A hold occurred out of the end zone, so it would have been a safety otherwise. There's not much room to go backwards if you're Mercedes. You're already at your 2. Tiger fans, you want to hear them? Up 14, a minute 29 on the road, and they wanted that play to stand. Jared De Los Santos. Instead, they'll have to take a snap inside their 2. It'll be 3rd down. And again, they'll be able to take time off the clock once they spot this ball. They'll start the play clock. Game clock is stopped because of the penalty. Shotgun formation. Cisneros in his own end zone. Takes a snap. Going to keep it himself up the middle. Got to the 3, no further. 4th down coming up. And now the clock will run. Edcouch Elsa has no way to stop it. 30 on the play clock right now. So the best case scenario for Edcouch Elsa, they'll get the ball with about 38 seconds left. Well, let's say 30 some odd seconds. Down 2 scores. That's how big that defensive stand was for the Mercedes Tigers as they held off a goal-to-goal situation. With about 5 minutes left in this game for Edcouch Elsa, who could not get it in. They'll stop the clock. Timeout called by Mercedes. We'll take a break. We're catching fish. It's helping athletes in a big, big way.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
Every great dining adventure begins with one word, fresh. At the Sea Ranch, we combine a fresh and
back here from Edcouch Elsa. 43 seconds remaining in this ball game. The Mercedes Tigers will have to take a snap inside their own end zone. Up by 14 with 43 seconds remaining. They may just take a safety out of this, Evie.
I mean, yeah, at this point, you know, anything that'll just...
4th down, they'll scramble around in the end zone. And there's a penalty thrown in the end zone. They will take a safety. Stopping the clock with 36 seconds to go. I think it's going to be a hold on the Tigers. And if that's the case, they'll decline that and take the safety. 2 points on the board for Edcouch Elsa. And they'll get the ball back. Still a 12-point lead for the Mercedes Tigers. So the safety will stand. And so the Tigers will have to kick the ball off. I've seen crazy things happen in this series. I was on the sidelines when 2 plays happened inside 10 seconds that decided a game. But I've seen some crazy things over the years broadcasting sports. Games that seem well in hand found a way to have an interesting finish. Here's your setup for Edcouch Elsa. And I'll be the optimist here on the gold and black side. They need to return this kick for a touchdown, get an onside kick, and then go for some miracles down the stretch.
All in 36 seconds.
36 seconds. That's an optimistic fan. Now, maybe it was because I was a St. Louis Cardinal football fan in my youth, which meant we were going to lose every year. I had to dream up ways that we could still somehow maybe beat the Dallas Cowboys or the Giants or the Redskins or the Eagles, which we routinely did not. But I was always looking for a way we could still win a game. That's Roger Staubach over there,
There's
Joe.
always hope. There's always hope.
That's Tony Dorsett, Robert Newhouse, Preston Pearson, Drew Pearson, Tony Hill. You're not going to beat them with a miracle. Didn't happen. Nonetheless, gave me the ability to script out a what-if scenario here in a limited situation on the optimistic side, to say the least, for the home team. 36 ticks left in this one. Tigers with a free kick, tee the ball up at the 10-yard line. Is again because of that penalty. Yards assessed on that, so it's a real short field to work with for Edcouch Elsa. It's not out of the stretch to think they can return this for a score. And we'll get the excitement of an onside kick. The kickoff rolls around, out of bounds, no return on the play. Now, because it went out of bounds, the Jackets can force them to kick again. Again, I'm not sure why Freddie would be calling me during a broadcast. He can see on the screen we're broadcasting. I'll call him back. 36 seconds left in this one. The Jackets could force them to kick again. No time came off the clock. And you would make them kick it off for the 5. They're going to make them re-kick it.
Make them re-kick, that's right.
That means they'll move it back to the 5-yard line to kick this ball off. Tigers were just trying to squib it up front. Take some time off the clock. Problem was it rolled out of bounds. So Edcouch Elsa are going to get their hands on the football. Down by 2 scores. Listening in from Frisco, Texas. Send a shout out to Rodney Garcia. Ball spotted at the 5 of the Tigers of Mercedes. Up by 12. Free kick situation. All the Edcouch Elsa Yellow Jackets are lined up inside the 45-yard line of the Tigers, waiting to return this kick. That's how short the field will be to work with for the Jackets. Deep kick over everybody's head. Takes a roll inside the 40. Picked up there. Here come the Jackets back on the return. A lot of time going off the clock on the return. Trying to set up a wall to the left-hand side. And that burned a lot of time before they're brought down at the 45-yard line of Edcouch Elsa. Here comes the penalty flags raining in. They'll have to separate the teams on the sideline. Over on the Edcouch Elsa side. More flags raining in. I'm going to take a break because we got a video replay. Nice job, Rudy, of not keeping on that. They separate the 2 teams. Want to hear what the fans think? Both teams engaged over there in front of the Jacket sideline. It was a real nice kick by the Tigers to put that ball over the return man's head. By the time the Jackets got to it, the Yellow Jackets tried to set up some kind of wall for a return, but nothing doing. But now we're going to have, well, every penalty flag available was thrown. Every hat was available thrown. Usually when you see this, you see some offsetting penalties of some sort.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have these 2 coaches talk and see where they want to progress.
Class act by the 2 coaches. They're going to walk over, talk about what occurred on the sidelines. Again, you pack the house. You bring the energy of a long-time rivalry.
Yeah, the last thing the last thing you want to see is something like this, end up. But it happens, emotions are high, frustration is high.
Meanwhile, the officials, who have been as busy as anybody in the house tonight with the yellow flags, Like I said, every official threw a flag on this one, and some threw their hats. I think all threw their hats. Usually, official when he calls 2 penalties on one play will throw their hat for a second penalty. I think a couple officials threw their hat and picked it up and threw it again. It was, I talk about it before on plays, raining penalties. Indeed it was here. They'll sort it out. Tell you what happens after this.
Local shrimp, oysters, snapper, and mahi-mahi. Our salmon, Alaskan king crab, and live Maine lobsters are flown in fresh. A local favorite for over 30 years, the Sea Ranch. Come enjoy a fresh experience.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi. Back here at Edcouch Elsa's Benny Layton Senior Stadium on a Friday night. Live coverage of Edcouch Elsa taking on Mercedes Tigers. And the Mercedes Tigers up by 12. 26 seconds left. Here comes multiple calls.
Mercedes, that penalty will be enforced from the end of the run. Then we have a dead ball on both teams. Personal foul with ejections. Number 24, number 80, 7, and 56 from Mercedes have all been ejected.
So 4 players ejected for the Mercedes Tigers on that play. A couple of ejections from the Edcouch Elsa sidelines. Meanwhile, it was a penalty called against the Mercedes Tigers before the altercation, and therefore there will be a 15-yard penalty against Mercedes. And then because of the personal fouls that resulted in ejections, that'll be offsetting penalties after they mark off the penalties against the Tigers. And so what would have been Edcouch Elsa ball at their own 47, down 12, 26 seconds to go, is going to be jacket ball inside Tiger territory on their side of the 50. Just how far, we'll wait and see as the officials continue to discuss this. And after they get their decision together, they're going to talk to both coaching staffs. Right now they're talking to Roger Adame out there right in the center circle at Edcouch Elsa's Benny Layton Senior Stadium. If I were going live back in my Channel 4 days, I'd be live right now talking about, well, I thought the game was over, but it's still going on. And again, because of the fact that there's time on the clock and a possession available for Edcouch Elsa, you don't dare rule out that some magical, crazy stuff could happen to close out this ball game. You talk about Hail Marys deciding ball games. Well, right now, Edcouch Elsa is a Hail Mary, an onside kick, and another one from winning the game, Evie. And you don't dare rule it out because it's high school kids, and this is why craziest endings in sports are out there on video reels over the years.
Yeah, it's not over till it's over, and again, because of the fact that, you know, this is this, like you said, there's still time on the clock, you know, and all these ejections and stuff, we still have this game dragging on.
They march the ball down to the 38-yard line of the Mercedes Tigers, and that's where Edcouch Elsa will bring the offense onto the field. No timeouts remaining for the Jackets. 12-point lead for the Mercedes Tigers. And Edcouch Elsa's Michael Rodriguez and company will have to dial up deep in the playbook. On every one-play scoring drive you got, you go for it here. In this case, Raven Rojas in at quarterback. And 1st and 10 after a lengthy break after
delay,
a kick.
Yeah.
Tigers in an ultimate prevent defense have a safety as far back as the 25-yard line. That's nearly 15 yards off the line of scrimmage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defensive backs now make it 8 are 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. Pitch back to the right-hand side for the Jackets. They'll look to throw this ball. That's up the middle. That's going to be a diving catch made by the Jackets. Clock running though. They'll stop it for a first down as of the 19. Jackets will spike it. Now here's a penalty flag thrown as well. Not sure they got set before the spike. 12 seconds remaining in the ball game. Tiger fans stuck around. There's still some Jacket fans on the side, on the home side. Ball right now is at the 19-yard line of the Mercedes Tigers. 12 seconds left in this game. Now, once again, the officials will come over and talk things over with the Mercedes Tigers coach Roger Adame. Meanwhile, the Yellow Jackets have the offense up the line of scrimmage. The official walks right through that to mark the penalty yards off. It was a false start. And a replay first down for Edcouch Elsa. They're still going to have to spike the ball. Check that out because of the penalty. They'll crank the clock right now. Jackets dropping back to throw over the middle. That's a catch made. Football comes loose. Incomplete pass, is it? Incomplete. And that's it. Ball game over. Mercedes Tigers hang on and win it on the road 31-19. Amy, your thoughts on a ball game that just was physical as expected, back and forth, and anybody had a chance to win this game?
Yeah, they really did. And again, you know, looking at these two teams differently and individually, you know, one big factor that comes into play is one team was actually able to make adjustments in the game. And when they made those adjustments, you know, they were able to counter and adjust to the other teams like a chess match, and that's Mercedes, and they were the ones that came out victorious today because of that. You know, kudos to them. And Jackets showed a lot of positives as well here tonight, even though they're defeated here in their home field. But again, they showed a lot of positives. You know, that they're a team that have a lot of weapons. They're a team that are very explosive when they're at their highest peak. So again, going forward, these teams, you know, they're still in playoff contention. You know, one is going to be at 3-2, and the other one is going to be at 2-3, which is in still pretty good shape. You know, going on, depending on what's going to be the magic number to get into the playoffs. Last year it was 3 for these two teams to get into the playoffs. The magical number of wins was 3. So we'll see where it's at this year, and it's going to be an interesting district.
As promised, I'm going to run the highlights. Here's how we got to 31-19. Highlights from this game, and then we'll close this down. Inside Mercedes territory. Ball right now at the 44. Quick snap, handoff on a misdirection to the right-hand side with a block across the 35-yard line. Takes on a tackler. Big hit over there.
And here we go.
Still first down. Under center, Rodriguez. Pitches it out left-hand side. Here's Alvarado. Takes it inside the 15. Alvarado down to the 11-yard line. A strong carry for Alvarado on first down. For the Jackets, it's taking time off the clock with 5 minutes and some change left. Quick snap. Running play left-hand side. Staying on his feet. Driving forward. End zone. Touchdown, Jackets.
Right, yeah.
First down play. Second time the offense is on the football field for the Mercedes Tigers. They'll hand it off, running play right side. Josiah Cantu hit in the backfield. Down he goes, lost 6. His 20-yard line, terrible snap, over his head, inside the 10, inside the 5, back to the end zone. Picked up, Putter runs it out across the 5, to the 10, to the 15, sideline to the 20, 25, penalty flag on the play, up into long count, hands it off. They'll run it right-hand side. Tigers are there, football comes loose, and it's a scramble for the football. Who it's still loose, who got it back? It looked like the Jackets got it.
Yes.
Time of possession, advantage Edcouch Elsa here in this first quarter as they lead. Field goal attempt coming up from the 29. This is a 39-yard attempt from the right hash mark. Ball down, kick up, long, high, and good.
And again, the Jackets are able.
Swings a pass, setting up a screen. Now they'll throw it back across the field. It's caught, and there's some room to run. Across the 30, 35-yard line to the 40. Makes a move at the 45. On his feet to the midfield strike. 2, second down, 8 yards, make it 7. They empty the backfield again. Cisneros wants to throw, looking for a deep ball down the right-hand side, and he's got a man! Caught, touchdown, Tigers, Josiah Rocha. Handoff, they'll go for it, looking on a play action to throw the ball downfield, left-hand side, incomplete. No penalty, turnover on downs, Tigers take over. Drops back to throw, a deep drop, here comes pressure, gets rid of it underneath, it's a catch made. Spinning away, now yards after the catch, leaping over man, 35, football comes loose out of bounds. To left, that's Rocha. Cisneros going to keep it, runs it upfield, got to the 17, stretches forward, football comes loose, picked up by a lineman inside the 5 for the Tigers, first and goal coming up. Trying to check that new quarterback in the ball game, we'll get the name for you. Hands the ball off, running play right-hand side, hesitating, touchdown, Jared De Los Santos.
Again, on another.
Tigers already up by 4, empty backfield, Cisneros. Tross back to throw, pressure comes up the middle, gets rid of it, hit as he throws, over the middle, caught at the 35, hanging on Josiah Cantu. The offense on the field, needing 4 yards on 4th down. Single back in the backfield to the right side, Pequeno hands it off, it's a reverse, now a double reverse with some room, down the right sideline, 20, 15, 10, inside the 10, first down, converting on a long, Josiah Cantu. Here's from the 5. Pequeno takes it on a read, hands it off. Running play left-hand side, Tigers in the end zone. Touchdown! Diving in, De Los Santos. Play. Sends a man in motion left to right. Play action. Swings a pass on, that's a lateral. That's a loose ball picked up by the Tigers. I think they recover it.
You know, it's benefit the Jackets.
Second and short, call it 2 yards to go. They'll hand it off, right-hand side with some room. In the secondary in a blink of an eye, and that's going to be Cordoza has a big gain. 17 yards, first down Jackets. Long count. Out of play action, looking to throw. Rolling right side, now they'll deliver a ball downfield. Picked off by the Tigers. Inside the 10, back to the 15 to the 20, 25 to the 30, sideline 35 to the 40. Vertical, second and long doesn't sound as, as challenging. We'll take a look at here for Pequeno, what he does. On an option, on a read, over the middle, got a man, open at 40, 35, in the secondary to the 30, down inside the... On 3rd down, empty backfield for Pequeno. Drops back to throw, looking, has time. Rolls out right side, pressured, hit, and down he goes. A secondary sack cause there. Jackets can get a stop and get their offense back on the field. Pequeno needs every bit of 11 yards. Empty backfield. Drops back, swings a pass, receiver screen right-hand side with some room on the run. Alex Rincon got down to the 15. That's enough for a first down. 6.
3rd and 17 for the Tigers.
Pequeno has him set. Trips receivers left. Single receiver right, empty backfield out the right side, looking to throw. Pressure comes up the middle. They got him again. Down goes Pequeno. 4-yard attempt for the Tigers. Trying to extend the lead to 14. Good snap, ball down. Kick up is long, and it is good. Short kickoff, field of the 15. Fake the reverse out across the 20, 25-yard line, 30. Look out, 35, 40, one man to beat. Midfield, 45, 40. See you later. No flags on the play. They won't catch him. Touchdown, Jackets.
And thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner.
Check if nothing else. 3rd down for the Jackets. 8 yards to go. Rodriguez takes a snap. Play action, looks to throw. Pressured, gets rid of the ball over the middle. Diving attempt, and a catch is made. Snap, pitch out left-hand side. Turning the corner, and close to the 35. They'll mark him down short by a half a yard, it looks like.
Really can't make any mistakes, and they got to be able to manage this time correctly.
2nd and 14 for the Tigers. Low snap. Picked up, a swing, a pass right-hand side. Catch made, yards after the catch for Josiah Cantu. Makes a couple men miss. Down the sideline, got near first down yardage. Steps out at the 44. Cisneros opens it up with twin receivers left. 2 also to the right side. On 3rd and 4, drops the snap, picks it back up, running up the middle. Got a first down and more. Secondary Cisneros to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. And the scoreboard certainly isn't. Jackets down 14. Rodriguez hands it off the middle. Big hole opens up in the secondary. 35, nice move made inside the 35 to the 32. To right, they'll run the option. Quarterback keeper gets away from a man, reverses his field. Rodriguez turns this into a big play out to the 20-yard line. Gain 10, should have been stopped for a loss of 2. Jackets could score here quickly. I'm saying a minute and a half here. Give themselves a chance. Pass play, and the right side caught inside the 10, 5 to the 4-yard line. For listening on Real Sports. Benny Layton Senior Stadium is going to erupt here after this play. Either way, it's 4th and goal. Either the Jackets are going to score, Tigers going to stop. Fumble on the snap. Jackets pick it up, and the Tigers cover it up. They started the drive. And that's your big plays of this ball game. That's going to do it for our broadcast. Hope you enjoyed it here on Rio Sports Live. Our Hacienda Ford player of the game, I'm going to give it to Michael Cisneros. I didn't have him for any incomplete passes. He also was responsible for running in that final touchdown that put the game away and put the Tigers up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. Tigers hang on to win this one by the score of 31-19. That's going to do it for our broadcast. Our thanks again for the Edcouch Elsa School District for assisting us with broadcasting this game. John Cannon allowed us to come over here in the press box on the visitor side. We knew it was going to be hot, and it was. Thanks to Rudy Zimaripa for helping me get the AC up here and get the fan set up. Thanks to Evie Vasquez for assisting us in broadcasting the game. And this one in the books, 31-19. Evie?
Yeah, before we say good night, thank you for watching. And again, as expected, there was a lot of fireworks. There was a lot of fight in each team, and unfortunately, one team has to come up short. But again, kudos to the Mercedes Tigers, and again, I'm pretty sure that the Jackets are coached to the fact that back to the drawing board, and we'll see you next week again. And it's going to be interesting, like I said, to see what's the magic number for this district 32 or 31 5A. To see what the magic number is to get into this playoffs. So it'll be interesting. Our Hacienda Ford He Has It award goes to Michael Cisneros, quarterback for the Mercedes Tigers. Till next time, from Edcouch Elsa, hope you enjoyed the broadcast. You can watch it a little bit later on. And all those highlights will be up quicker than you think. So long.